All right, ladies and germs, forgive me that I've been away for so long. I've been out swimming, getting sunburned, and getting swimmer's eye. Bro, I thought I was going to go blind. That shit hurt, bro. When you in that chlorine and it's burning through your eye sockets, bro, I had to run out and get the Visine, man. I was hurting out here, B. Gonna do it all over again tomorrow. True Capricorn fashion. And it's a couple of subjects I want to broach tonight that I covered in the last couple of episodes of the relay. How does everybody feel? Do you guys out there feel that Demetrius Andrade is going to vacate the WBO title? Because after the order came down, he was seen inebriated, drunk. He posted a video, uploaded a video to his social media, calling out Chris Eubank Jr. at a time when he's supposed to be fighting Yanni Beck. You know, it's done. The order came down. You don't have the liberty to go voluntarily defend the title against Chris Eubank Jr. You don't have that luxury. So I want to get everybody's thoughts on that. Do you guys feel that he's going to vacate? Do you guys feel that he's going to decide to fight the guy? How do you guys look at it? We got Guido Villaneo. Long time I ain't seen this guy. Italian heavyweight. One of Top Rank's boys. I will say, I don't think Guido is as promising as Jared Anderson. I don't, but he's somebody, and they're grooming him for something. I'm not sure what. Was goody Victor? Was goody Hakeem? Was goody Flip? Was goody Chris Bass? Leon was good. And yeah, man, I want to get you guys' thoughts on that. So I'm gonna post the link. I'm gonna post the link to the joint and get it popping, yo. Let's get it popping. Yules, Yanni Beck is a potential top tier pound for pound fighter. Andrade is gonna duck him. Well, that's how some people feel. They feel, and I can't blame those people because everybody knows that the order came down. So if you already know that the order came down, why would you be calling Chris Eubank Jr. to fight on Sky? The order already came down. Why would you be looking at Chris right now when you're supposed to be fighting Yanni Beck? I'm gonna start off with Drew. Drew, do you think he's gonna vacate this title?
I'm 50-50 on that, Jules. I think he might. But then I think if he vacates, I think he's retiring.
Really?
Yeah, because what else is he going to do?
I mean, all right, let me go to Base. Base, you saw the video. I'm sure you saw it by now, that Demetrius Andrade, WBO middleweight champion, on the heels of an order from the WBO, he's seen calling out Chris Eubank Jr. Do you think he's going to vacate the WBO title, or do you think he's going to fight him?
No, I think he's going to fight him.
You think so you think he's going to fight him?
Yeah, he's either going to fight him or he's going to use his super status for the 168 thing again.
I don't think he can, bro. I mean, I haven't heard nothing about the Zach Parker fight, and Zach Parker is still interim. That was his status already before Demetrius, before any of that shit. That he was that. So it's like, I don't know if he has that option to fight Zach Parker anymore.
But that's the thing. I don't think that he has to necessarily fight Zach Parker straight away. Like, he might just, because he's the super, he might just hold that out and he can still go up and challenge a 168 or even a 175 person. Like that, it gives him that leeway. So he might even.
Let me ask you this, Base. Because he's not with Matchroom or PBC or Frank Warren or Sky Sports, who finances his fight to go to 68? Who's going to pay for it?
He'll have to shop himself around. Who's got at 168? Who's the WBO the main champ at the minute?
Canelo Alvarez.
So we'll just have to be on these sides, I guess.
Hey, Jules, I'm mad at you because you didn't make us start the show off with each spit in the bar.
Oh, listen, man. I'm tired, bro. I've been swimming all day. My eyes.
You're ready as fuck, man. You're ready.
I don't know if y'all could tell, but I'm tired as shit, bro.
Ready as shit.
I could tell.
Bro, I got burned, I got burnt.
Dog, you look like a lobster.
Bro, I got.
Bro, you matching your shirt.
You look like
the red ain't helping it.
Yeah,
you look like a big tomato can.
For real, I'm a tomato can. I'm Tommy Tomato Can. Napoli, do you think he's going to vacate the title, or do you think he's actually going to fight Yanni Beck?
It would surprise me if he takes the fight because Janibek is definitely high risk, low reward. It, but if he takes the fight, then he has no choice. That's all I can really say. So I'm kind of leaning towards like him not take. I don't think he's gonna go with the fight. I think he's gonna vacate.
A lot of people feel that way. Isan, you're close to this, and I know that you're close to this, but I got to be honest with you. When I saw that he was calling out Chris Eubank Jr., and we all know about the order, that tells me that he doesn't want the Yanni Beck fight. Could be because it's a pointless fight that does nothing for him. Could be because he also characterizes it as a. It could be, or it could be high risk, low reward.
It's just he's at that every boxer phase. To be honest with you, bro, it's like every boxer goes through the phase. Okay, you want these fights. Certain amount of time passes, you get older towards the end of your career, and now you're worried about something else. Mm-hmm. That's where he's at. And I'm not saying I'm condoning it, whatever, but it's just the truth. And I don't think he'll vacate only because one, Chris isn't taking that fight because if he was taking that fight, that's what we would have got before. Yeah. We literally would if that. I mean, you heard what he said, and they were like there was a deal in place for a while. Obviously, Chris's brother passed away, so that derailed it. But
yeah, but that's the thing and I'm not being insensitive that his brother passed away. But how does his brother passing away lead you to Conor Benn? You know?
No, yep. No, I agree. But I don't think he'll vacate only because it's like, all right, Eubank's not happening. There's nobody else. And again, Yanni Beck. Dude, if he plays his cards right, he can go to the top rank in Bob. And like Kim said, Salita and Top Rank they're good. Listen, I got a decent name, way bigger name than your guy. I'm the one as the boogeyman in these parts. He's coming up. He's gonna need somebody like me. Yo, give me 1.5 to 2. We can make something work. And then because bro, like I'm not and like we were talking about on the timeline. Remember the other day, me and you and some other guy. That's not gonna make Yanni Beck a star, no, but.
It's not.
If he beats the guy that Canelo, Golovkin, Charlo, Munguia are perceived to have been ducking this whole time, that's gonna do something for him.
That's what I'm saying.
It's gonna do something for him, fellas. But Charlo ain't gonna fight him, and Gennady gonna come back down after he beats Canelo. And he's gonna fight him.
Wait, Drew. This is what I'm saying, and Isan makes a valid point that Yanni Beck doesn't just need a belt. He needs a fight. Yeah. So if
getting elevated is not it's nothing for him.
Exactly. It's nothing. So if he beats the guy that Charlo is perceived to have been avoiding in some circles, small ones, Canelo
we know, but it doesn't the clout he'll get good enough.
Exactly. So let me go to JBN. JBN. Do you feel, given that Demetrius was seen calling out Chris Eubank after the order came down from the WBO, do you think he's going to drop the title, or do you think he's going to fight Yanni Beck?
He's going to duck, bro. He's the biggest duck, the biggest fucking hypocrite in boxing.
Oh, shit.
Bro, I straight up say that he's a freaking hypocrite because he's not taking the fight because he's a low risk, low reward. The same thing that everybody's been saying. Oh, Demetrius is a low risk, high risk, low reward. That's why I don't want to fight him. Well,
wait.
Why are you doing the same thing to
one at a time? Let him finish his point, and I'll let you retort.
But I do feel like he might fight him because I'm pretty sure Tom Brady will offer him a good amount of money because there's nobody else for Yanni Beck to fight. There's no any other big name.
There isn't.
And like you guys said, like if he gets the belt, a lot of guys have gotten belts, vacated belts. They've been ascension to full status before, and that really doesn't do anything.
It doesn't do shit without a fight, bro. It doesn't do shit without a fight. It really doesn't. You could get the belt. And then what? Then imagine it. If Yanni Beck gets elevated to WBO champion without a contest, right? Who the fuck are you gonna fight, bro? Esquiva Falcao? They don't know him. It's a good fight, but they don't know him.
Charlie got him wrapped up in a bubble. And
can I just say something real quick though? This is how shitty 160 pounds really is.
Ain't it though?
Hey guys, can I interject? Can I interject, guys? Yo. It just shows you how bad American boxing is. Eddie Hearn showed the world. Yo, this is how dysfunctional and this is how, unorganized this system is. And now that Bob Arum, Al Heyman, Lou DiBella, and everybody's been exposed, that's why, glamour divisions like 147 and 60 are now, the way it is. Because you have to understand this. There were so many fights to make on 160, but guys was playing politics, guys was ducking, guys was maneuvering for easy paydays, and it is what it is. Like, do I think Andrade will drop that belt? I don't think so because Andrade is a fighter, and I think Andrade, if you pay him correctly for his talents and his skills, he'll fight anybody. Because it's not like a lot of people hold this, thing about Andrade. Oh, he talks a lot of shit, but he pulls out of fights. Yo, you can't pay a motherfucker that talented and that good and who has a title, fucking peanuts. I don't care if he doesn't have a name. There's a reason why he got a title before Charlo. There's a reason why he got a title before a lot of these dudes because he can fight. So how are we gonna say, oh, he's this, that, the third? No one knows him, but he has a title. So at the end of the day, this shit here is just, it's this American politics, man. This shit is just corny, bro. Like, it's sad that he has to fight nondescript dudes. Because, hey, say he beat the dog shit out of Janabek. You know what's going to be the narrative? Oh, Janabek wasn't nothing. Oh, and he's got to keep hearing this and hearing this and hearing this and hearing this and hearing this. Like your favorite fighter.
Bro, catch your breath. I don't know. Wait, let me say this. I don't know. When I look at every move that was made, right, and I think about everything that happened, what I'm thinking to myself is, well, what the hell could he have done differently? Because a lot of people hold a lot of things against him. They do. And they like to say that he kind of painted himself into a corner. And I don't know because I'm like, fam, he was with a major outfit that had a major platform. And you still got people trying to lie to themselves that the money wasn't real, that the money to Charlo, bullshit, my God. Mikey's money was real. Daniel Jacobs' money was real. Andy Ruiz's money was real. Jose Ramirez's money was real. So why is it when we involve these PBC lames, oh, that offer wasn't real? It wasn't real. It bullshit.
My rebuttal earlier to what dude was saying when he said
that's the PBC way of thinking.
Because he was high risk low reward. I'm like, we can't say that because, bro, Charlo got offered a career high purse for Demetrius. So how is he low reward when he was gonna get the greatest reward?
It wasn't look, these guys, and that's kind of where I formulated the question that what exactly was Demetrius supposed to do differently? Because if you got a major outfit offering big cash and people still don't want to fight, what the fuck can you do? What can you do? $7 million, bro. $7 million.
Some shit he never made in his fucking life.
He never made that, bro. He didn't. You're not gonna tell me you got 7 fighting Montiel and Brandon Adams and Matt Vacoraball. You know you didn't. No, you.
The most he's ever made is probably $2 million. The most.
And let's keep it a buck.
The sad thing is, 160. The middleweight title used to be the second most prestigious after heavyweight.
Yep.
Well, what did I say? When a division has one too many American fighters in it, this is what happens. All right. Look at Ryan and Javante and the dumbass game that they playing. Look at that dumb shit. Like, oh, we not gonna fight nobody, but what we gonna tell y'all is since we fighting each other, we don't have to fight nobody except y'all not fighting each other though, because that shit not about to happen.
If shit was the way it's supposed to be, Charlo would have took that offer years ago
and lost.
Yep, thank you. Demetrius would have been the unified WBC WO champion, and Gennady would have fought him then.
I don't need no. I'm gonna be real. Let me say, and I know you're not gonna like this, Eson.
You don't think Gennady would have fought him?
He ducked him, bro.
For the last. Wait.
No, he ducked him, bro. There's no. Listen. You went to Japan, and I get it. Ryota Murata was worth a lot of money, but let's not bullshit. Murata is not the risk to Gennady that Demetrius is. Like it's not like we knew, bro. Murata gonna get the shit beat up. We knew, bro. We all
the
knew.
fight, but we all knew it was gonna happen. And I was agreeing with you, Julius. That I felt like with Gennady is like, bro, really, you have to wait all year for Murata.
Son, don't you think the zone would have gave Gennady good money for
That's
that
what I'm, bro.
unification match?
If they offered, bro, they gave you 14 for Rolls. How many for Zarameta? And they offered. Wait, hold on. They offered Charlo how much money for Andre?
7.
So imagine
7.
what they would have gave Gennady. He probably would have, bro. Gennady, his wife, because that genius woman he got, she probably got him close to
Exactly.
20.
So let's correct it.
She could have got
His
him, bro.
wife,
He got 14 for what?
his wife calls the shots, and she didn't want the
Bro.
Andrade fight.
Triple
Now
G
let me
versus
read the
Boo Boo.
super chats. Let me read the
Yep.
super chats. They're piling up. Tim Sheehy says, "What happens when high risk meets high risk?" This is what happens. Let me see. George says, "Ruiz versus Ortiz. Who wins? And are you interested? Am I interested? Yes. Who wins? I'm gonna be honest. I'm leaning a little bit towards Ruiz, but I'm not sure. But I am leaning towards Ruiz. I really didn't like how Luis Ortiz's legs looked in the Charles Martin fight. I don't like that you got dropped 2 times by that guy.
Yeah, no punch resistance.
I think the promotion would prefer that Andy win, because if Andy does win, well, then you can do Wilder versus Ruiz, which I think it'll do okay. Commercially, I think that fight would nothing major.
Hell yeah,
but
no,
it'll do
that would
okay.
be great.
It could do okay.
If the purses are reasonable, yes.
Yeah.
I think that fight does 500 to 600 pay-per-view buys.
I agree.
Big
Country says he can't jump on. He's traveling, but he thinks that Demetrius is going to vacate. Now,
I'll be disappointed.
Let me go to Leo. I haven't had the chance to get Leo in on this. Leo, you saw what happened. WBO issues out of order. In a matter of days, he's calling out Chris Eubank Jr., knowing that he's under orders. Do you think he's going to fight Yanni Beck? Do you think he's going to vacate?
I think he's gonna fight him because besides that, he doesn't have any options. I don't think he's drowning in offers from another promotional companies.
He's not.
But for the look of him, he doesn't like his chances against that guy.
Leo, I'm going to ask you a different question because we're both of age. These kids aren't in our age group, but me and you, we're old. Does he lose this fight?
If he takes us, yes. He loses.
Hell no.
Woo! Bro, he gets knocked the fuck out.
Hell no.
Fuck Andre, bro.
Look, man. It's a brave new world. Julio, you know what's going on. WBO issues out in order for Demetrius to fight Yanni Beck. Next thing you know, Demetrius is drunk somewhere in Rhode Island, calling out Chris Eubank Jr. Is he going to take the fight, or is he going to vacate?
I think he's going to vacate. I mean, yeah, it's funny that you mentioned he was drunk because, goddamn, like I guess that decision had him down to the dumps because that motherfucker was sauced out of his mind. And I think Janet Beck is low, high risk, low reward for him. He probably would lose that fight. A couple years ago, I thought Demetrius was arguably right after Canelo the most skilled fighter at 160. In my opinion, I think he probably could have beat Golovkin in a close fight. I thought he had the talent to do that, but now I think he's better off, chasing Eubank or Charlo or any other middleweight that's also on the way out. But
now let me ask you guys a question because Billy Joe Saunders. He's on his way back. I heard he's back in the gym. He's training.
Don't even ask. Don't even say that.
No. This is. I don't think you're expecting what I'm going to say. What I'm going to say is, if you could throw Billy a lifeline after he's already had the Canelo fight, this man has no belt, right? Why is Demetrius out here in the cold with a belt? Billy ain't popular over there, bro. They don't fuck with him like that in the UK. They don't fuck with him like that. And I feel like, Eddie, like, come on, be like, save this guy, bro. Because he's still an unbeaten champion. He's still that. If you got time for some Billy Joe Saunders in a broken eye socket, how you ain't got no time for Rhode Island's finest Demetrius Andrade? Come on, man.
What if they fought each other? Is that weird?
Because niggas are soft, bro. You know that. Niggas are soft.
That's true though. I mean, like on some real shit, like
Yo, bro, I ain't gonna hold you. I may not rock with 78 like I used to, but like 78 did say something. Yo, this is the softest era of boxers ever. Period.
Nah, I'm not
let's
going to
get
do
it
that
corrected.
because
Let's get it
Shakur
right.
ain't soft. No. Shakur ain't soft. Devin ain't
I'm
soft.
talking. I'm talking in. I'm talking in
Nah,
generalities.
we can't. You know why we can't do that? Devin did some real shit. I can't do that. Devin did some real, and I'm not going to stop saying that. What he did was some real shit.
Look at Usyk.
Just because Ryan over here eating cotton candy and painting his nails, that don't apply to Devin. That
Yeah,
don't
look at
apply to
Bam.
Shakur. It don't apply to
Here's
Bam.
what it is. Now let me get in here. Let me get in here. Here's what it is. Their favorite fighters are soft. Bam Rodriguez ain't soft. All the foreigners ain't soft. So it's just the favorite.
Bam a
The guys
baller.
they
I
want to
fuck
be
with
great
Bam.
are soft.
Bam make me proud to be Mexican, and that's saying a lot because I'm Dominican.
Bam is a motherfucker. He's a motherfucker.
Yeah,
Yo, you a
Two weight
set tripper.
classes.
You a set
Two
tripper.
weight classes. Listen, 2 weight classes on 2 weeks' notice. Stops. Sorun Visa after that. Takes out 2 of the 4 kings. He ain't soft. He with
that's
the
what I'm saying. Like
Yo, he about to run from Chaco, bro.
This young crop.
He about to
This
run from
young
Chaco.
crop. They're not soft. They're not soft. I'm talking about dudes like Keith Thurman and them. They're soft.
Listen, I know you don't want to hear this, Eson. I know you don't want to hear this, Eson. No, let me talk. I know you don't want to hear this, Eson. I don't like Choco's chances in that fight.
I think it's like 50-50.
No.
55-45 Chaco.
Listen, power is the last thing to go, but the legs, motherfucker, the legs.
Hey, Jules, when you guys set the second inbox,
12 and 115 pounds.
Chaco is not as aged as either Soar or Quadras. Chaco's legs are still they're not what they used to be, obviously, but his legs ain't gone. And with the amount of punches he still throws and the pressure he put on Bam's not gonna be able to just pivot around Chaco, because when you go to that other side, there's a hook waiting for you. Not like with Soar, who was pretty gun shy from the beginning, was taking shots in the face. It's not Chaco. I ain't saying he wins. Literally, I said it's 50-50.
Yes, you are.
How old is Chocolatito?
At 35 in those weight classes, you're considered old. So it's like,
man, did he look bad versus the
Bam
Wait.
could beat him on activity alone.
I'm just saying that.
Did he look bad versus Martinez?
Let me say this, right? You talking about him versus another old motherfucker, Estrada.
Martinez?
Another old motherfucker.
Martinez?
All right.
Oh, see,
but he don't. But Martinez move like Bam. Because Martinez move like Bam.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying he does. But all I'm saying is he was in there with a much younger guy, physically stronger, and look what he did. I'm not saying he's Bam, but Martinez is a sturdy motherfucker.
That's why that triangle theory don't work.
Was it really like
that?
It don't work.
Be real.
Because
Chaco is better than both Soar and.
Well, Bam Rodriguez has it. He throws fast combinations. So if anything, Martinez. You comparing Martinez to Rodriguez is like apples and oranges, bro.
Oh, I'm not comparing them as fighters,
bro. They're too different for their.
I never compared the styles. I just said he kept up.
Compared their ages. That because he went in there with young guys, as if that's the same shit as being in there with Bam.
Well, you said that he was fighting 2 other old guys, so I brought up that he fought a young guy. I'm not saying he's as good as Rodriguez, but you brought up the point that he was fighting old guys, so I had to counter.
That's not a counter, though. That's not
all right. Listen. All right, we got to move on from this. So I'm gonna take a head count. I'm gonna take a head count, and I want you to be quick. JBN, does Andre vacate?
He vacates. He ducks.
Julio, does Andre vacate?
Vacates.
Leo, does Andre vacate?
No, he doesn't.
Chris, does he vacate? Chris,
man.
He left me speechless. I would have never thought.
I agree, Chris. I already know what you're gonna say. I agree.
Chris, is he going to drop the title or is he not going to drop the title? Don't do that. I know what the fuck you doing, Chris. You acting like you busy.
Chris, you're not gonna reverse psychology us, bro. You're not gonna reverse psychology us, man.
Chris, don't do this. Don't be that guy.
Come on.
Answer the question. All right. You want to be that guy? Be that guy. Motherfucking Isan. Is he going to drop?
Hey, you didn't let me finish.
All right. Is he going to drop the title or is he going to fight?
I've been rocking with Demetrius Andrade for years. I'm going to say he's going to hold it down. He's going to beat the shit out of Johnny Beck. I'm going to halala.
He's going to need to pray to Allah.
So we got 2 for 2. Isan.
Man, you know my answer. Come on. No.
All right.
He's keeping that fucking belt in RI.
Napoli, is he going to drop the title? Is he going to vacate?
Janabek becomes full WBO champion. He'll get elevated.
All right. Base. What's going to happen here? Is he going to drop the title? Or is he going to vacate? Or is he going to fight?
Nah, he's going to fight and check your inbox as well.
I. Drew, what's going to happen here? You going to fight?
Don't let me down, Drew.
He's going to tweeze his eyebrows like Isan and take the fight.
Oh, it's a draw! Chris, you're my man. Hey, Drew, you're my man. He's my guy.
All right. Tim feels he's going to vacate.
What do you think?
Honestly,
Julius, man.
Now what? Let me think about it.
You've had plenty of time to think about it. Hurry up.
We've been talking about this shit for days. What you mean you ain't thought about this shit? You did 2 relays on it.
Did I hear a quack?
He's gonna vacate.
I'm leaving.
Nah, honestly, look. I'm gonna be real. I would admire him if he chose to fight, but it's not. I don't like the optics. If you know you under orders, why are you drunk calling out Chris Eubank? Wow.
Because he's drunk.
But bro, it's over. You under orders. That's
No,
how
honestly,
that you want to
that shit-
fight somebody else. You don't want to fight this dude.
I don't know. To be honest, Demetrius is a strange guy and a shit talker. So, I mean, I'm telling you because I know him. Don't like. I'm not. Listen. Don't take that shit too serious, bro.
Isan, that's your cousin, nigga. What do you expect?
No, because I ain't trying to say too much. But Julius, don't take it too serious. Is all I'm gonna tell you.
I'm
you
just saying, bro. It looked like what
it looked like. What it looked like.
Did you see the one I did where I added the sad music to the video?
Yes.
Did you see that? Wasn't that dramatic?
Yes, I know.
That was like the Sundance
I
Film
see it all.
Festival.
I see it all. You creative bastard. I know.
I had to do it.
I'm just telling you. Don't take that video too serious. Don't be surprised if you see Top Rank and Salita have come to a deal to host Johnny Beck.
Yo, I hope because this is the thing. If he win that fight, he could go to Sky Sports. They can make a fight with Liam Smith. Because remember, Chris went from Sky to Matchroom. So now who Liam Smith gonna fight? Who he gonna fight? Who?
Exactly. He could fight Anthony Fowler.
He already fought him.
Yeah.
Demetrius, I'm saying I'm playing though.
Yeah, you never know. You know what I mean?
Hey, John Ryder.
Felix Cash.
Hey man, bro. Listen. If this is why. Can I give me like 30 seconds real quick? I also don't think he's gonna vacate because of that same reason. Like, bro, I'm gonna text him this later. Actually, if you get by this dude, and I know people, and I know you guys are high on Johnny Beck, whatever. But I'm telling you, I think he'll get by him. A close fight, but I think he'll get by him. But if he does, bro, you can go over there and become the UK executioner.
Yo, yeah, he could be like, he could like anti.
He could be the Manny. He could be, you know how Manny did a lot of the Mexicans.
Yo, I gave him a nickname, the Rhode Island Marauder. The Rhode Island
My bad,
Marauder.
yo.
That shit sound like some real shit. Like he be marauding out here.
The Brit-cutioner.
But right now, Tim Sheehy says either way, he loses that belt.
Hey,
it's wild. It's wild out here. Listen, Slick Rick 23 says if he doesn't vacate, he still loses the championship.
I don't know, man. I give Yanni Beck a.
Here's the thing. I've seen Yanni Beck live 3 times. 2 times he's been robotic and stiff. The last time he looked better.
Hey, but keep this in mind. The last time was.
Let me finish. If he shows up robotic like that, Demetrius wins.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I want to say this.
Everybody in Rhode Island, let me say this. The Yanni Beck that fought Endom loses to Demetrius, but the Yanni Beck that fought Dignam.
Listen to that though. The 3 times you saw him, Drew. the last time he looked the best was versus what? The
He's
worst opponent by far.
He's ready, bro. He's
All right,
ready.
all right.
I'm
Okay.
telling you, he's ready,
Hey,
bro.
for
He
me,
never fought a
it's
mover or a southpaw. He
He
never
did
fought
And
a
I
fight a
got
mover or a
mover in
southpaw.
them.
Oh,
He did
for
fight a
me.
for
I
Dignum.
give.
come
I'll
on,
give the
man.
champ.
Really?
I'll give
All right,
the
like
champ.
You
Demetrius.
said,
Here.
yo,
Like
listen, you
I know. Okay, no.
said
Okay.
that
I'm
move.
wilding.
And
No. You got that.
I'll
But
give
even
the
and
before
champ.
that,
and,
Demetrius is
and
level.
Janabek has Buddy McGirt, so if anything, Buddy McGirt could try to like work with
Nah,
work
Buddy's
those
a good
little
trainer,
kinks and
but
shit. You know what I
I
mean?
think
So anything's possible.
Artura Gotti had Buddy McGirt for Floyd Mayweather Jr. and I love Buddy. What happened? What
well,
happened?
Guys,
What
I'll
a
give.
happened?
couple
Guys,
questions.
hey,
Fought the wrong
he said it, not
I'll
me.
give the champ.
He said it.
guy
I'll give the
fought the wrong. He
champ.
tried to box the boxer.
Listen,
All
I
right,
think when
guys,
when
we
he
gotta
starts
move
moving,
off this shit.
all right,
It's too much
when
passion.
Demetrius starts moving, he's not gonna know what to do. Is all I'm gonna say. He
It's
don't got no
too much.
legs.
Listen, it's too much passion. All right,
One
now the
more
IBF.
point I want to
Hey,
make.
hey,
One more
guys, hey,
point I
guys.
want to make.
Julius.
Too
God,
much
this is a
passion.
crazy live.
Too much passion. All right, we off that shit. Yesterday, the IBF ordered Joshua Buatsi versus Jean Pascal. I got 2-part question, Eson. I'm gonna start with you. Does Eddie Hearn let it happen? And if he does, do you like Buatsi's chances?
If they, oh man, yard. I mean, oh yeah. Fuck, bro. Damn.
Listen, that style matchup.
I'm like I'm like, wait, man. Pascal is Pascal, bro. I'm taking Pascal.
So
I got
that's the
Pascal.
answer. No, you ain't got to, because I'm not going to put you on the spot because I haven't decided yet.
Oh
So
wait, you're asking, does he take it? You asking, does he take it?
Does he take it? And do you like not who you picking, but do you like Buatsi's chances?
Do I like him? I like him as a puncher's chance. That's about it, though. And that's why I'm saying I don't think he wins, because all he has is a puncher's chance. And I think Jean still has a lot of experience and enough to overwhelm him. And if he hits, and I've seen, dude, when Buatsi gets hit, man, I don't know. Do you like how he looks when he gets hit and he starts gassing out?
No, I don't.
Because I think, how's John's stamina? Is it shit?
Listen, I'm gonna be real with you, right?
Is he in the pharmacy or is he just regular old Jean Pascal?
Listen.
That's my whole point.
He just came off a war with Meng Feng Long, whereas Joshua Buatsi, the closest he's ever come to a war is Ricard Bolotniks.
No, that was Marco Kalic. Marco Kalic when his eye got close. We gotta say that too.
Here's the thing: if they let Pascal juice to the gills, which I hope he does, then he's winning easy.
Yes. And I'm going to say that if he get to use the sauce, he win that fight. Now, Drew,
he wins that fight.
Drew, is Eddie going to let it happen? Because you know he doesn't have to. You know they could turn around and say, well, we're not on the IBF route. We on the WBA route. Does Eddie let it happen?
There's only two ways he can play this. He lets it happen, and that's another unification way or another way to control it to get the belts on that side. And it depends, how much is Eddie invested in Buatsi? That's the question.
You know why that's a good question, Drew? I firmly believe he was going to sacrifice Buatsi to keep Bivol away from Canelo.
Yes, he was going to give. Buatsi was a piece to either give to Bivol or Canelo if Canelo beat Bivol for that.
No, more like this. Everybody know that Eddie was pushing for Bivol to fight Buatsi next, and I'm like, why? Why? And I'm thinking, who Mike is that? I'm thinking like, wow, why would you be so pressed for him to fight Buatsi? And I'm like, well, think about it. If he fight Buatsi, who he got to fight after that? Zerto. He not going to be free to fight Canelo. And I'm like, well, if he's not free to fight, well, that's what it is. You don't want him to be free to fight Canelo. You don't want Canelo to fight him for a second time because, let's be real, a lot of people don't think Canelo wins that fight.
And also, let's see if Eddie lets it go to If he lets it go to Purse, but that lets you know he's like, I ain't paying for this shit. You can have him.
I ain't gonna hold you. If Bivol fights Canelo again, Bivol will be the first person to stop Canelo Alvarez in his career. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
Let's cool down. Let's cool because that's a hot motherfucker. I ain't disagreeing with you, Chris.
That's a hot topic right there. For another day.
Chris sounds like Mr. PBC. You ain't gonna bet though.
How much money? How much money would you want to put up?
Hold
I'll bet you
on.
$100, Chris. I'll bet you
Everybody
$100.
calm down. Got a super chat. Justino Castillo says Jules look like Thurman with fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Modern
This is
King
what-
Boxing. Hey. Modern King Boxing says Demetrius Andrade all day. Not if he fights Yanni back.
Someone Photoshop Jules over Keith Thurman playing the flute.
If y'all don't leave me the fuck alone, I will end this live. Slick Rick says either Buatsi by knockout or Pascal by decision. Here's the thing. Pascal's only ever been stopped by one man.
Sergey Kovalev.
Sergey Kovalev.
Why is that?
Yo, what the fuck?
What the
Damn.
fuck? Somebody on a plane or something or what?
The
Who's
fuck,
fucking
man?
flying a plane?
It's giving me a fucking headache, yo.
Yeah,
Damn.
switch out mic situations, man. He only ever got stopped by Sergey Kovalev, and I think it's okay for me to say that Joshua Buatsi is not Sergey Kovalev, bro.
Oh, he's not
No,
having a puncher.
no.
The crusher.
Yeah, I mean, so I don't know, man. Like, I like the fight because one, I'm gonna be real. If he would have made Buatsi versus Bivol, Bivol would have beat him, bro. That's an easy pick. Bivol would have beat him. That's an easy pick. You need
By a comfortable decision.
yeah, like you need to fight former champions. You need to fight the Pascals of the world. But just like Eson brought up, I don't like how he looked when he get hit. He don't be looking right when he do get touched. And yeah, you beat Craig Richards, but I didn't like how you beat him. You didn't beat him by much. You didn't outclass him. You beat him. You know, you won more rounds than him. But you didn't, you didn't beat him. Shit, y'all can fuck around, run it back. Y'all fuck around, should run it back. So,
yeah.
Pascal.
Yo, Jules. If I was Eddie, I'd keep him out of the IBF route. You know, keep Buatsi far away from Artur. If he gets touched like that, I mean, what do you think Artur would do if he were like land flush on Joshua Buatsi?
I think that the play isn't necessarily geared towards Joshua Buatsi winning the fight so much as the purse bid. If Joshua Buatsi becomes the mandatory challenger to the IBF title, right? You could ticket the Bob by taking it to a purse bid and winning a bid, or making him overpay, because the other angle of it is, okay, let's say they do the purse bid. I bid X, you bid Y. Whatever you bid, whether you win or lose, is more than you intended to pay initially. So either I'm going to get the fight that I want, or I'm going to make you break the bank trying to put it on. But
exactly,
either way,
Jules.
Yeah.
Hey, Jules, that's how Eddie could stick it to him, because I know Eddie. He lets his if he makes a deal for this fight, best believe he's going to have options on Pascal, and they're going to force that bid either way.
Yeah. Like it's like the Dillian White thing and I said this, but I think that people didn't understand it. That I'm like, listen, yes, Eddie paid 32, so he was willing to pay more than Frank. But Frank paying 41, that's not a win, bro. That makes the fight more expensive to put on than you did at first, because at first you only put the value of the fight at 25. Now you paying damn near 2 times that much just to keep it. So yeah, I mean, it's like, come on, be like, it's chess, not checkers. Dennis says Gabe Flores gets KO'd. Dog bait. Yeah, that's how. I don't think Flores is gonna get KO'd. Well, maybe because it's Gabe Flores, but I got Joette winning the dog bait fight.
Am I the only one that would pay for a Claudia Trejo's OnlyFans, like they said on Twitter?
Yo, what is this OnlyFans shit going on? What, did Michelle Joy Phelps make an OnlyFans?
Yeah.
She did?
Yeah.
You surprised?
You
surprised?
And that's why. And that's why
I am, because
said,
I didn't think she was like that. I didn't think she was like that, to be real with you.
And like I said,
allegations are allegations, and allegations are allegations. But I can't.
Listen, I know what they are, but fucking is not an allegation. If she do the cooter as somebody, that don't mean nothing. Like, man, she probably just wanted to get down. Like, that shit don't mean nothing.
I was going to say the same thing. I'm in agreement with you, but at the end of the day, but like if there's like multiple allegations, like you're right. Yo, if she's just
Yeah, but
fucking, if she choosing, she choosing. Who cares?
that's what I'm like. Think about it like this: like, how what we supposed to look at her crazy because she want to get down more than once a year, or she want to get down with more than one person? Like, what
Well,
the fuck that
no, but
mean?
she made the OnlyFans, but she's talking about having some kind of podcast and stuff on there and making people pay for some podcasting.
Wait, on
I don't blame her.
OnlyFans?
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't blame
that's
her.
what she
Yeah,
was
get that
saying.
money.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was gonna be like she gonna show people her booty hole or something like.
That's what people want, but
Yo,
I don't think
Julius,
that's what she's doing.
Julius, behave. Jesus fucking
But
Christ.
Nah, cause that I
Yo,
saw,
why you do that? Why you do that? Why you do that?
people talking
Don't
about.
act like you didn't do that. You fucking savage.
Yo, listen.
wait.
No,
Who made
listen.
that?
I saw people talking about it on Twitter when I got home, and I'm like, "What? She about to make an OnlyFans? Like what? Like showing the skin and all of that? And it's for a
Wait,
podcast
who?
base?
That's
Who
what
made
she was
an
saying, but
OnlyFans?
I don't know how much cap that is. But yeah,
Who? Sulem?
everyone wants the
No,
bread.
bro. It's
Oh,
fucking
Yo,
Michelle
you sick.
Joyfel.
You
oh,
sick. You
'cause I saw
sick,
Sulem.
Esau.
Oh,
So I
You a
was like, oh
nasty
shit.
nigga, Esau.
Nah,
You a
Julius, bro.
nasty nigga, Esau.
He's about to get his wallet out. Like word.
Fuck no. Hell no. I'm about to
Nigga
get that
about to
free
buy
link.
Celeb
I'm about to get that
and the
free link.
jerkers. Jesus.
Now let me go to base. Base, Joshua Buatsi, Jean Pascal. Do you think that Eddie Hearn lets the fight happen? Because he doesn't have to. It's a mandate from the IBF, but they could always say, fuck that fight. We going another way. Do you think he lets it happen?
I think he does because number one, I know for a fact that he's pissed off. Well, not okay, maybe not pissed off, but he's impatient. He's run out of patience with Boatsi in terms of what he's doing. So I think he wants to see, look, how close you are to this. And since he's not going to get the exemption to fight Bivol, because you know the WBA have already mandated that they're not going to give him the exemption because Bivol versus Boatsi is not a unification. There's no reason for it for them to justify the exemption.
Mm-hmm.
So he's definitely, I think he will let him take the fight. In terms of Boatsi's chances within that fight, I don't particularly like them too tough, but I mean, he's got a chance, and at his time, I think Eddie wants to know exactly what he's got with him. So if he can't get the title fight next, I think this is the next best option. And what else are you going to do with him otherwise?
Let me ask you another
Because
question.
I think
Wait. Let me ask you another question. Do you think that people are being a little bit too impatient with Joshua Buatsi? Because I kind of feel like they are being impatient with him.
No, they're not. Because if you check it, like throughout his career, since he turned over as a pro, like if you look at his trajectory, he's been in the game close to almost coming up to 8 years, right? He's about 7 years now. He's only had 16 fights. He's taken multiple breaks when he wasn't really supposed to, when he was supposed to be keeping active, keeping his name. He's made his name actually go kind of stagnant in the game. And yeah, he's pulled out of several high profile fights with suspect injuries. He's swerved and ducked certain fights. So I think they're just looking at it now like, look, you should be.
You got to remember, he came out the Olympics in 2016, so that's only like 5 years, bro. Like 5 to 6 years.
Chris, I got a question for you. Do you feel that because he's an Olympian, that he should be further ahead in his career?
I feel you, but skills is skills, bro. Certain people catch on and certain people don't. You gotta remember, Durant was out skilling dudes since he was 16. Some people just have it, some people don't. And let's just keep it a buck with you.
But do you believe he's low par though? Because he's an Olympian, you would figure that, in other words, when you hear about a guy coming out the Olympics and then you look at how Joshua Buatsi's career is, right? Do you feel that he should have fought for a title already?
Yeah, but I also look at it like this: a guy from Olympic caliber like this shouldn't be getting hit that much by nondescript opponents and stuff like that. So I think Eddie knows what he has with Joshua. Joshua is a big puncher, but hey, defensively he's a liability. So
Chris,
if he
So it's not just like the fact of all of that. It's what I said. The reason they're impatient is not even because he's been taking so many breaks. He's been so inactive, and it's not just injuries. Like he's taken holidays and stuff when he wasn't supposed to. That's what they're impatient about. It's like he hasn't capitalized on his name. When you kind of let someone like Lawrence Okoli beat you to the punch, it's saying a lot.
But Lawrence Okoli was on Team GB, and he has
was.
a title.
That's my point.
All right.
Because Lawrence ain't supposed to beat Buatsi to the top. That was basically what they're saying.
Lawrence has better defense than Buatsi though, and he works harder. So at the end of the day,
but it's because he don't throw no goddamn punches, Chris.
I feel you, but at the end of the day, if you see a punch and you're not as reflexive enough to get to the left of it or the right of it, there's a problem. Especially if you're an Olympian. That's something that they teach you.
Let me go to Leo.
But that's what he's saying. From Lawrence Okoli is working harder than you, and you're supposed to be the golden child. That's what they're impatient about. It's not even everything else. It's the fact that you're not working like Conor Benn to improve.
Let me answer this comment. Yes, Ed Too Tall. I am looking for Michelle Joy Phelps's OnlyFans. I always thought she was hot. I have no shame in my game.
Damn.
Leo, is Eddie gonna let this fight happen between Joshua Buatsi and Jean Pascal?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think it's time. Eddie Hearn doesn't shy from putting these guys in against tough opposition, and Pascal is good. I think
that's true. I mean, he did put Josh Kelly in there with David Avanesian, and he didn't have to.
Yeah, but it's
he put Terry Harper in there with Alicia Baumgartner. So yeah, bro,
that's true.
So you got to look at it from this. Eddie Hearn, if he believes in you, he's gonna put you in tough fights. And like at the end of the day, that's what you want from a promoter, don't you? You sign with.
As a fan, but as a fighter, Leo. Let me go back to Leo. Leo, do you, given everything you've seen from Joshua Buatsi, do you like his chances in that fight?
No. Pascal is not. I never seen Pascal really look bad when we compare the level of opposition. Never looks like out of his element. It doesn't look like he's outclassed. Even with Bivol was there. Bivol was winning the rounds, but Bivol was being really careful with Pascal. I was surprised.
That's true.
I thought for a moment, okay, Bivol's going to go for the kill because I didn't saw Pascal as a big puncher, but he looks really strong. He is experienced. Joshua, I said that before. I was never convinced about Joshua Buatsi. Really.
So you don't like it. So you don't like his chances against Pascal?
No. He has a chance, but I favor Pascal over Joshua Buatsi.
Let me go to Julio. No, matter of fact, let me go to JBN. JBN, same question. All right, JBN.
What was that, bro?
John Pascal, Joshua Buatsi, ordered by the IBF. Does Eddie Hearn let it happen? And if he does, who do you like in that fight?
I think he lets it happen, man, because Eddie is not the type of promoter that you hear from protecting his fighters and putting them in pillow cushions and stuff like that.
That's true.
And damn, I think I would favor Pascal, man, because of the power. And I don't know, man. I don't have that much trust in
Nobody really does, bro. Nobody
I don't have
does.
that much trust in him. And Buatsi, man, he really hasn't showed me much, and he is an Olympian, so that's what he needs to show more.
All right, so let me go to Julio. Julio, same deal. Does Eddie let it happen? And if he does, who do you like?
I do think Eddie lets it happen, and I actually think Buatsi would stop Pascal in the later rounds. I get he's been underwhelming his past few fights, but he's still very fundamentally sound. And fucking Pascal's a 40-year-old man.
That's true.
Also, I think that if you were listen to what Virgil Hunter said after the press conference of the Craig Richards fight. He said that, 1 or 2 more fights and then he's ready for a title, but he's not ready for Bivol right now, which is what Eddie wants. So I think this is the perfect opportunity. Pascal's fought the names of the division, so why not? And I think Buatsi would get him out of there.
Wow, that's a hot take. One thing about Buatsi that I don't like, he's too economic. He has power. He does have power, but he don't throw a lot. Like and Pascal's the opposite. That he does throw a lot. He throw punches and bunches. He try to maul you. He try to swarm you. So if you're not regularly putting shit out there to keep him off you, what the fuck gonna happen? I mean, George says Canelo versus Bivol 2 at 168, Bivol UD at 175, Bivol KO. A lot of people, they don't like Canelo's chances in that fight, bro. They just don't like them shits. Now, we're going to move on to the next subject. Dimitri Bivol versus Zurdo Ramirez. Boxing scribe Steve Kim has said that the Bivol people, that's their priority, the Ramirez fight. So I'm going to start with Chris. Chris, you know how Ramirez get down. He's a pressure guy, and he's a southpaw. Do you feel like people are sleeping on him in that fight?
I'm sleeping on him. I'm taking a big ass nap. The fuck? Like this guy, just
Yeah.
But like I'm cause let me, bro, because at the end of the day, yo, your best win is Jesse Hart twice. Like, really, what have you really done at 68 or 75 to warrant me to really see you as something special? You went life and death with Unieski Gonzalez, a person that fucking, that got beaten by, other light heavyweights a lot easier, bro. He's just big, B. Like, I'm telling you, if Gilberto Ramirez is a cruiserweight, you would see him get assaulted, bro. He's a decent fighter, but like it's nothing special about him. Like Bivol, I see special qualities about him. I see a good jab. I see good combination. I see good defense. I see good high ring IQ. I don't think anything Gilberto Ramirez does well will bother Dimitri Bivol. I think the things that Dimitri Bivol does good will bother Gilberto Ramirez tremendously. So what you do well won't bother this guy. What you do great won't bother him. But what Bivol does good will bother you significantly. So what do you think? Like, come on, bro.
Let me go to Leo. Leo, boxer versus puncher, classic matchup. Zurdo is a mid-range to inside guy, a volume guy, a big guy, a southpaw. Do you feel like people are underestimating him in that fight?
I think they're underestimating him, but it's not gonna make a difference against people. Because people, Zurdo is gonna have his moments in that fight, but at the end of the day, people's gonna control that fight. Zurdo is not gonna knock him out, and people's gonna win a decision. I think in the spot it's gonna be competitive. It's gonna look like Zurdo is doing a great work, but people's gonna turn him out. He's gonna pop that jab. He's gonna pop that straight, and Zurdo is gonna look uncomfortable and gonna pass 12 rounds, and people get the decision.
Let me go to Julio, who just rejoined us. Julio, styles make fights, and fights make styles. Zurdo has the right style, believe it or not, for a guy like Dimitri Bivol, which is why I kind of feel like he's being underestimated, that this guy don't look good on his own, He's nothing special. But the thing about pressure guys is they generally don't look special until you see them in there with somebody that's perceived as being special, and they kind of make them uncomfortable. Think Salido versus Loma, minus the thick punches. But Salido's a rough and tough guy. He, you all that finesse shit. I don't care about none of that shit, my guy. I'm gonna punch you in your dick, bro. Fuck you and fuck Ukraine. That kind of shit. Do you feel like Zurdo?
Yo, you didn't need to say that. You didn't need to say that, bro. You
needed to say that shit. I did to set the decorum. I needed to say that. Do you feel that Zurdo is being underestimated, or do you, like many of us, feel that Bivol is just too good for a basic ass fighter like Zurdo?
Man, Bivol is gonna serve Zurdo over rice like a steak. Look, he's a good. You're actually right though, because he is actually a good. I think he's a good fighter. He's a good pressure fighter, good fundamentals, southpaw. But Bivol is like the Shakur Stevenson of that division. Like he's just too good. Like he's 12-0 unanimous decisioning top guys. Like we just talked about Gene Pascal. Look at what he did to him. Like, and Gene Pascal is a legit like contender and former world champion.
I mean, at minimum, he's a legit gatekeeper. And I want to bring up something that Steve Kim said that applies to Bivol, unlike some other more popular fighters. Elite guys seldom ever lose a round. And Bivol seldom ever loses a round.
Right. And
How
also
many rounds can you remember Bivol losing to Joe Smith, losing to John Pascal, losing to Canelo?
I'm glad you said that.
Right. I also heard that Zurdo actually didn't do too bad against him in sparring. But
that's what
when you think about how Bivol spars,
I saw the picture. Bivol had a cookie in his eye, and Zurdo. This is kind of why I'm bringing this up. That I'm like, I don't want to just go with the flow, and it's kind of right in front of me because I know that stylistically, just off the styles, Zurdo does have the right style. He literally does. You can't be here jabbing and catching. Nah, you can't do that with this cat. You got to maul him. If you going to get him, you got to maul him.
I think he's going to get popped and countered and get tamed.
Ooh. He's not going to drop.
I think what wins him the fight, what wins Bivol's fight is going to be his legs.
Hold on.
Yo, here's what's going to happen.
I said he's going to get tamed.
He does have the size and the
he's going
to
overly aggressive.
Also.
He's going to be overly aggressive and get countered.
One at a time, fellas.
Yeah, I've been trying to say this shit over two people. Goddamn. Zurdo's going to be overly aggressive, especially early, and he's going to do what Julius is saying he has to do. But when he starts getting popped with counters and Bivol moving side to side, hitting the side of his head every time, and he's pivoting around him, I think Zurdo's going to get very befuddled. I think around 5 or 6 rounds, it'll start to look like not just like it, but the theme will be like Usyk Gassiev later to the end of the fight.
Whoa!
Imagine if Zurdo tries to press Better Beef. He get knocked out with a feint.
Oh,
God.
God.
Why you think he left Top Rank, bro?
People keep trying to tell me, it was the money. It was the money. You went over there. What? Like, come on, bro. What money were you going to make over there fighting these guys?
2 questions, Drew. 2 questions for you. Would you like to see Gabe Flores get knocked out tonight? And do you feel that Zurdo is perhaps being underestimated? Join on the right.
I'd like to see Gabe get knocked out, and Zurdo is going to get styled on, and he's going to be the first domino because I want to see all the Golden Boy fighters lose. So Oscar.
Ooh, wow. What Golden Boy did to you?
I'm over the bubble wrap with Munguia, Ryan Garcia, Virgil's on sabbatical.
Yeah.
The dominoes need to fall. And what's going to happen if Zurdo and Munguia lose?
I mean, they about to have a champion in Joshua Franco, though, because the story is that Gallo Estrada is going to vacate the WBA, and if he does, Joshua Franco gets it. So they are going to have a champion. They are.
I think you're going to be surprised how easy Bivol. It's going to be surprising how easy he makes it look against Zurdo.
Do you think everybody's just drinking the Bivol Kool-Aid, or do we got a real fight on our hands?
No, do you know? I think it will be a real fight. But here's my thing. Because Bivol doesn't get flustered or worried or concerned, he's very stoic. He's very, he can keep his composure. Like Usyk, he's not a guy that exhibits a whole amount of emotion when he's fighting. He can stay controlled. I think the flurrying and the pressuring won't bother him because he's not going to panic. And my hot take, and I don't even think it's that much of a hot take, I actually think that he walks Zurdo onto something and actually lays him up.
Woo! You think he's going to stop Zurdo?
I think so too, probably.
I think he will. Because Zurdo will walk.
At least drop him. At least drop him, bro. Yeah, I think Zurdo's gonna walk into some shit and get dropped, bro. Unieski hurt him.
Remember that Bivol's not a feather-fisted
I forget
guy.
Unieski hurt him, bro.
One at a time. It's base turn. Go ahead, base.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Remember that Bivol's not feather-fisted. Yeah, he doesn't always press the gas just because he doesn't need to. He's good enough not to. But he might take this as one of those moments when you're like, oh, like everyone is really doubting me, and because Canelo was coming up in weight, okay, well, let me show you what I do to someone in my own weight class.
But base, he didn't drop Lenin Castillo. He didn't drop.
He did drop
Right
Yeah,
Castillo.
he did. Yeah,
He did? He
He
dropped
did,
bad.
Castillo?
He dropped
Yeah.
him bad too. Yeah, he was hurt.
You sure?
He just didn't
Look it
stop
up,
him, but he
guy.
dropped him. Yeah, he dropped
I
him.
gotta see that. Oh my god! Did he
Yeah,
just
bro.
get dropped? Yo, this dude just got dropped.
Who, Miller?
Gabe?
Flores, bro.
Of course he did. Of course he did.
Yo, he ain't it, man.
He's done, bro. He's
This ain't
done.
it, bro.
He's Edgar Berlanga of 35.
It's over. It's over, bro. It's fucking over, bro.
Wow.
It is
Jules,
fucking.
you said
Drew,
real quick. Jules, you said, "What did Golden Boy do to me?"
Yeah.
Look at the shit.
It's good. You know what? To answer your question, what did Golden Boy do to me? They did my girl Sinicia Estrada dirty. That's what they did.
Of course. They did.
Yo, bro, why they doing this to Flores, bro? Like, why they doing this to him, bro?
He's another Jose Vargas. He's another Jose
No,
Vargas,
he's
yo.
Berlanga, bro. He's
Bro,
Berlanga
between
135.
Baranchek, Vargas, and Alvarez, Top Rank loves broadcasting executions.
Yo, Jules. So, all right, let me say this before I go. I think B-Ball is just too disciplined for somebody like Zerto to even like bother him or get him off center. So I think honestly, like he B-Ball outboxes Zerto, and I'm thinking it's a possibility he probably catch him the same way he caught Trent Broadhurst.
Trent old school Trent Broadhurst. That was one of his first wins.
He knocked him out in the round, right?
That was nice. That was a nice counter you landed on him.
Yeah, because B-Ball's not feather fisted. Like, whoever said that, and I totally agree. B-Ball is not feather fisted. He can catch you in the right time, something flush. It could be like Trent Broadhurst. Bam, over, done.
Zerto about to get put on his back pocket.
Yeah, I'm just mesmerized at the ass whooping he taking right now.
Flores got stopped, huh?
Flores got dropped 2 times. This is the first round, and he already on shaky legs, bro.
Oh boy.
He's got a dead about at 135.
Jay, same questions, bro. Come to Zerto Ramirez. Do you feel that he's being underestimated, or do you, like many people, feel that B-Ball just too good for a guy like that, and it's gonna be easy?
Well, I'd have to watch more footage of Zerto. I've only seen maybe a couple of his fights, so I don't really have a proper gauge. But just looking at the whole fight, so I think it's going to be competitive, but I still think B-Ball is going to win. He just has, because they have everybody's point. I think some people were saying that B-Ball is very, very composed, and he doesn't really buckle under pressure. And I think a good fight to watch is really the Joe Smith Jr. fight, because we got a lot of gauges in B-Ball in that fight.
That is true.
Because when Joe buzzed him at the 10th round, I could tell he was hurt, but he didn't really care. Like, he didn't really show it as much. He had a good poker face. Yeah. And then and I think in the 12th round, like, B-Ball has kind of a spitefulness in him that could really just come out at any time, because at the 12th he went after Joe like just like crazy, and honestly, if like the round had been maybe another minute longer, he probably could have got a knockdown or a stoppage. And like that tells me it's like, and I also saw glimpses of that in the Canelo fight when he just chose to let his hands go and really just buckle and just go after Canelo. That bothered Canelo too, and I'm like, bro, why'd you stop throwing? Like you probably.
And he has the right experience. I'm glad that you brought that up, because was Jean Pascal a pressure fighter and an ambush fighter? Was Joe Smith Jr. another pressure fighter? Was Zerto Ramirez a pressure fighter, a southpaw, yes, but a pressure fighter? So it's not like B-Ball ain't really been here before with a guy that throw punches and bunches. He has.
He's seen it all, yeah.
Okay, this is just an anecdote about Zurdo. In the Gonzalez fight, I saw Gonzalez. Zurdo took a headbutt. I never seen nothing like that before in a match. That hard of a headbutt. The way Zurdo's neck twisted was right in the jaw. Everyone, at least, gets sit on his back pocket. Zurdo didn't get bothered about the headbutt.
He's durable, is what you're saying.
But he got hurt by a couple punches in that fight, though.
After the headbutt?
Has
No,
Zurdo been
before the
dropped?
headbutt. Before the headbutt. Go watch it back. I was on live with you, and you had watch the fight back. You'll see it.
It looks a little bit shaky in that fight. I agree, but I don't think people is gonna necessarily hurt him. But no, it's not gonna. Zurdo's not gonna decipher people in that fight. Not in 12 rounds.
All right, next subject, fellas. We got the Ryan Garcia versus Gervonta Davis biosphere. Realistically, when do you expect to see that fight, if it ever materializes?
Can I answer first?
All right, go ahead, Jay.
I'll go next.
I think rough estimate maybe 2046.
I mean, like, because they talking a lot, you know, and it's like, bro, like, who do y'all think believe y'all? So, Drew, you know, just realistically, what's the ETA on that fight as far as you're concerned?
Based on the type of money they're gonna want and the fucking blueprint that they always do, this bullshit marinade, they're not gonna make that fight till Gervonta's on the other side of 30.
What? Yo, that's a hot take. He 27 now, Drew. What you talking about? 3 years?
He'll be 28 this. He'll be 28 this year. They're not going to make it till he's 30, Jules. They're not going to make it till he's at least 30 and give Ryan some more time with Joe. Let Ryan get into his man strength. They're not going to make it so Gervonta can't make 135 anymore.
Julio, same shit. When do you expect that fight to take place? 2024, 2025?
What year did the Jetsons take place in? Nah, I think that if they wait too long, that'll actually benefit Ryan a lot. Because
of course, he'll be developed.
Yeah. But no, I think maybe. See, this is almost an impossible. It's almost a black box because it's like they clearly don't give a shit about belts. So this shit should happen soon. Like, why not?
Exactly.
But at the same time, Floyd just said Ryan has to do it at 35, and Ryan's saying I'm staying at 140. So, man, fuck these guys. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I mean, and they're not going to do it for no 5-10 million guarantees. I tell you that, right? They're going to want fucking crazy money.
They are because but it is a commercially viable fight. As much as we don't like either of them, we can say that look, if you did that thing right now, it might do $1 million. If you did it right now,
it could draw a lot of eyes. I can see it drawing a lot of eyes
between the both of them. Yeah, it could. So between that and what it could be, you know, this. I know it's going to sound crazy, but 2-3 years from now, yeah, maybe that's a $2 million $2 million pay-per-view by fight. Is that far-fetched?
Now, I say the most they could do is maybe 1.5.
I say it'll be a little over $1 million and when they make it. Right now, I mean, it'll get attention, but they're not buying Gervonta's fights, even though he's this buzz in the urban community.
Yeah, you guys are underestimating PBC fans' ability to stream fights.
PBC fans streaming fights.
Yo, that fight might not ever happen.
Ryan's never been on pay-per-view before.
And Ryan's never been on pay-per-view. Just because Madonna went to the fight, that don't mean pay-per-view buys.
That is true, and I said that. They're like, you could have Madonna old ass with her old ass fishnets at your fight. That shit don't translate into buys. The fuck that mean?
And the last time, and you're gonna have Oscar and Floyd promoted on the side. When's the last time? And the casual are gonna be like Floyd's promoting it. Last time he told us some shit like that, we got the boring ass Pacquiao fight. So fuck that.
I like how they tried to use Madonna. Like Madonna's so dated. Like who listens to her anymore? Like oh yeah, you got Charlie Chaplin at your fight.
Like you had to be an old head. You would have to be an old head, literally like me. Because I'm like, does this generation even know who Madonna is? Like, do they know? You know. Ontario girl, and she's like, they don't know that shit. They ain't come up listening to that shit.
Yeah, Rihanna, yes, Madonna, no.
Madonna, no, because this generation's never been touched for the very first time.
Touched? Nah, I think they haven't. That's why they like that. I think they haven't. That's why they like that because they've been touched.
I think Ryan has to learn Spanish and pray that the Mexican American fan base takes to him if they want to.
We don't take to him, bro. We don't.
He's a Jono Sabo. Will says, realistically, that fight sells. The problem is Floyd and Oscar's egos have to find some common ground. I think the Tank would fight Ryan. Yeah, of course he would, because Ryan's beatable right now. If you want to get him, ideally, which is why I think that this may end up backfiring. In a situation like that, you got to do what Jermel did with Lubin. You know, don't let that guy get experience. Don't let him fight former champions. You fight him now as soon as you can while he's green. That's how you're supposed to do that. With Ryan, it's the same deal. You drag this out 2-3 years, he'll be more experienced in 2-3 years. And what are you going to be? I don't think Javante 2-3 years from now is going to be better. He'll be lucky if he's still
Hey,
at the...
I'll tell you what he's
bro,
going to be.
I think
Go ahead, son.
I'll be real quick. I don't know if that fight ever happens because I think Tank is gonna lose before it even happens. To be honest,
Well, who do you right peace on? So that
somebody
prediction.
not supposed to lose to.
But who? Michelle Rivera? Who? Because it's only so many guys they're gonna put him
exactly.
in with.
I agree, but it's like I don't know, bro. I just don't see them making that fight no time soon. Because, bro, you wouldn't send Munguia over for Charlo. You not sending Ryan over for fucking Tank, bro. Don't please. It's not happening. And you're not going to do a co-promotion with the Zone, even though you could do, okay, Showtime, get the U.S. rights, we'll take everywhere else. All right. No, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So
also, Shakur is looming over both of them like the sword of Damocles.
Bro, and Tank is only regressing. Tank is regressing too.
He said the sword of Damocles. Jesus Christ, bro. Shit. I ain't going to front he is, though. And I've said this before. I'm going to probably say it later on in the next episode of the relay, that when Shakur finally gets to 135, there's going to be pressure on Javante because he's still there. Ryan has found refuge at 140, and he said he's not coming down. But for Javante Davis, the same demographic that knows him also knows Shakur Stevenson. And it's going to get to a point where it's like, yo, dog, you didn't fight Loma. You didn't fight Farmer. You ain't about to fight Ryan, and everybody knows that.
No, it won't, Julius. No. They'll listen. If they haven't realized by now, it's because they don't want to.
At some point, people get tired, Isan.
No, but real fans,
you're forgetting
like
though.
Already,
Shakur's with Jay Prince. Shakur's with Jay Prince. They're not going to let that thing run because people are going to complain.
That's what I mean. It's different. It's different because it's Shakur. It's like, fam, you know, you could do the low main shit thing. You know, you could whatever, bro. But you can't do that with this kid. He's an Olympian. He's a 2-division champion, unified. He might end up beating Loma. And my thing is, you don't see it now. But if and when he beats Loma, that shit is going. That's the shit that's going to make the waves. They're like, fam, how he got the Loma before you? We was waiting for you to do that, and you never did that. He did that. If he beat him. And I feel that's going to put a lot of pressure on Javante Davis. And a lot of people are going to put pressure on him because, like, fam, you don't want to go up to 40 for Ryan. That's the game you playing, right? You're going to stay at 35. Well, what the fuck? Who the fuck you fighting at 35, bro? Who? So I think I'm just saying, man. But maybe Isan is right, too, because it's like, yo, you talking about 2 years of what? Michelle Rivera, Isaac, Rolly Romero.
Yo, El Rayo. I think if anybody, Rayo.
Bro.
If you told me this lineup, Michelle Rivera, Frank Martin, somebody in between, whatever, and then like Rayo Venezuela, Rayo's the one.
You think that they would put him in there with Rayo?
I mean, what do you think would happen first? Ryan Garcia or Rayo?
You right. You're right.
It's not.
Yeah, because Ryan
it's not about
he's green. He's green. He's green enough, and he's with them.
Yeah,
exactly. And no. We know the main thing. He's Hispanic.
Yeah, let's call a spade a spade.
He got that last name.
This is a conversation that we were having the other day. That the PBC, it's not. There's a lot of people out there that like to fly a lot of false flags. They like to accuse other outfits of things that basically the PBC is doing. It's not ESPN. It's not The Zone. It's not Matchroom. It's not Top Rank that's alienating fighters of a certain denomination. It's the PBC. It's always been the PBC. How you got money for Munguia, but you ain't got no Andre money? How you had $100 million to offer Canelo, but we still here with no fight date for Crawford versus Spence? Y'all can find the money for Canelo. Y'all can find the money for Munguia. But you can't fucking find it when it's somebody else. Can't fucking find it. So if anybody's ostracizing and alienating and disenfranchising fighters of a certain denomination, look no further than the PBC.
Yeah, and I honestly believe like they have the money to fund the supposed bribes with the WBA.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean,
Leo Santa Cruz, Gervonta Day. I mean, think about it.
I mean, it goes without saying that when you guarantee Leo Santa Cruz more money up front than Gervonta Davis, don't that go? You see what I mean? So you got money for some Leo, but when it comes to Devin Haney, we don't. We got to pay you which way.
Hey, I got one better for you, Julius. I got a better one for you. When Gennady was a free agent, you had money for him.
Didn't they?
For Demetrius, he was a free agent.
Oh man, yeah. Andre like left him out to dry. Holy
hey,
shit.
Deserted by Al Heyman.
No, but see, this is why I said that. I saw some of the conversations on Twitter and what people were trying to say that all of a sudden they want to put it on Andre when he was with Eddie. You see what I mean? The energy is
you saw that war I was having, bro. I know you saw that shit.
That's what I'm talking about. That I'm like, listen, man, y'all really want this dude. Y'all want Al to really be like the Mother Teresa of the shit, and it's kind of obvious that he ain't, bro. It's really obvious. You got Leonard Ellaby saying that they not gonna pay Devin. Decorate it how you want. What you saying is we ain't gonna give Devin the money that he was getting at Matchroom. So then, if that's what you saying, then how was Eddie the slave owner? He basically was giving Devin money that you don't want to give him.
They want to say Al Heyman is Malcolm X, but he's really like just a pyramid schemer.
He's literally any other business guy who wants to make profits, and he knows that Mexican Americans spend money on boxing pay-per-views. Like it's either that or soccer for them.
Now, J Money raises.
Go ahead.
Now hold on. J Money raises a valid point. J Money says they can't get the money back from a Haney fight, and this is what I'm gonna say, J Money. When Leonard Ellaby calls Gervonta Davis the cash cow of the division, when he says that he's a superstar, right? If he really is a superstar, they should be able to get the money back. You see what I mean? Canelo Alvarez made it possible for Caleb Plant to get $10 million. You ain't got to give Devin Haney $10 million. You give him $5.
Can't be a cash cow if guys aren't making more money to fight you than they make on their own. It's not how it works, bro.
Thank you, because that in one sentence, that's what I'm trying to say. That when you are for real cash cow, you supposed to be able to get money that you cannot get.
Hey, imagine Canelo telling Gennady in 2017, you gotta take less than you made for David Lemieux for us to fight.
Just put it this way, bro. Which one of Gervonta Davis's opponents is getting life-altering money? Because I must have missed it. Rolly got 5, bro. Rolly got 500,000. Isaac got 500,000. I don't see none of these guys getting crazy money. Not since, and Leo didn't get crazy money neither. He got 1.5. That's not crazy, bro. Devin get more than that.
The funny thing about all this was they said Demetrius was with the slave owner and Eddie, and then they said it's all Demetrius's fault. They want to have it both ways.
Ain't that always the motherfucking case though? You got a network and promotional free agent, a 2-division champion, a homegrown champion, and where's Al? Where is Al? You know what I mean? Like you had time between the Jason Quigley fight and now. You had time to sign him, bro. You did. And you didn't want him. So don't put it on Eddie that he can't get fights. And it's the same as the Rigo shit to me. That like y'all was putting it on everybody else that Rigo was stuck between a rock and a hard place, when the truth is that's Al's fault. Al kept Carl Frampton away from him. Al kept Leo Santa Cruz away from him. Don't make it about Bob. Before Bob and Loma even come into it, Al's fighters ducked Rigo. And y'all don't want to hold him accountable. That's cool. Y'all don't have to. The rest of us will. Y'all don't have to.
Guys, I want to say this. I get it now. I get it why you get so mad on Twitter. Because I go there to tear some girls and to pass the time. But I see sometimes these comments that one guy was saying something like, the Zone is a foreign company and is invading the American market. What are you talking about? Are you saying everything you consume is based on companies from the USA.
Basics.
Everything. What about your watch, your phone, your laptop, your clothes? What's Is it matter if it's a foreign company giving you the product you want?
Well,
Matter.
at the end of the day, you got a lot of guys that don't realize they running around with a bunch of shit that was made in China. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
For real.
That's true.
Yep.
Bunch of shit.
What's the matter?
They
that
hate
the
competition.
fight happens on the Zone and Golden Boy on the people. If the fight happens, it should be where the fight happens, and that's it. It makes financial sense for the fighters. That's a thing that maybe should be worried about. I don't know how much of a fan are you of the fighter, but you should be more interested in the fight itself, right? Because you're a fan
Ideally.
of boxing, right?
Ideally.
Mm.
Ideally.
Y'all want to hear a secret? Jules, you just said we'd be wearing shit that's made in China.
Mm-hmm.
We actually make those labels.
Listen, let me just impart this. For 4 years, we've been hearing wait and see when it comes to Loma. And I already saw a tweet this morning. I ain't even gonna give the dude no clout by saying his name because I came across it because somebody retweeted it. And the whole thread, when I read through it, was just apologizing. Wait till he fight Devin. Wait, bro, they just said they not gonna fight Devin, bro. Floyd said that already, fam. You don't get sick of having to argue with people over this shit.
Oh, I
Hey,
think I know
Jules,
what
you're not
tweet you're
gonna ask
talking
the rest
about.
of us about the biosphere.
Go ahead, Drew.
I know what dude it was because I said, okay, I got 1,000 Devin don't lose a round and crickets. But I want to say this, like Leo, I want to say something. Did anybody catch the Teofimo interview?
Nah, I didn't see that shit.
Yeah, I saw that shit.
Oh, you gotta watch. It's worse. It's more cringe than Brian Garcia's post-fight interview.
What he said?
Oh God.
Him and his dad are just doubling down on it's not their fault. He shouldn't have been in the ring. It's everything that happened to him was just bad luck. Blah blah blah. More bullshit.
Do you think it could affect how he performs against Campas?
I really think his psyche's not there, Jules. Campas is a soft touch, but against any of the dogs at 140.
Wasn't that always the case, though, Drew? That Teofimo was a strong 135-pounder, and perhaps he was a big 135-pounder. But at 100, I always felt like at 140, he could run into a wall. Look at what's up there. I don't know for like for example, I know maybe I'm a Regis Prograis fan, maybe I am, but I don't know that Teofimo beats a dude like that.
Like who?
I don't think he does.
Regis.
I'll give you this. So before we saw how fragile Tio was mentally, I had said he has the skill set to compete at 140.
I think Regis stops Teofimo.
But the mental is
I
so
actually
much
disagree. I mean, like, I think Teofimo's young. Yeah, like his head is a wild card where his head's at. But you're talking about an inactive guy who's pushing 35. Like, I think Teofimo has as good a chance as any other of the other top 140 pounders of beating Regis.
I don't know. Who's 35?
I don't know about that. And even though he's like, I get it, he's 35, but it's not a lot of miles on that odometer. You know what I mean?
I thought Regis was 33.
He is. I'm saying he's pushing 35.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but Regis didn't go through all the wars. Regis didn't go through so many wars, so he's still a bit fresh.
That's what I'm saying.
But he's also inactive, though.
Yeah. No, he's not inactive. He's not inactive. He fought Tyrone McKenna earlier this year.
Yeah, exactly. He just ain't fighting shit. That's it. He
ain't fighting good fighters, if that's what you mean. But he fighting. He just ain't fighting.
Listen. If Josh touches Teofimo, bro, he's gonna turn to sand. I mean, if Regis touches him, if Josh touches him, he's gonna turn into dust.
You know, like I think about Teofimo versus Ramirez. I honestly think Teofimo has more tools in the toolbox than Ramirez, but Ramirez is big.
He might overwhelm him.
And he's not having an identity crisis. His head is not a bag of cats. He know what he there to do. Teofimo's still talking about the Cambo shit. Don't that say everything right there? You still talking about the Cambo shit?
Yeah, bro. He was
Bro.
talking about everybody else before George, and you lost. You're
No,
going to
he's
a fight
talking
at
about
140, and you're still talking about everybody else. But you're like, bro, shut up and focus, my guy.
Jules. No, Jules is right. In that interview he just did with Kriegel, it's still what happened with George. Like, this is why I lost, guys. This is why I lost. And none of it's, well, you know what? I got greedy. I could have had this fight over 2 years ago already in Australia, and it would have never happened if I wasn't greedy. None of that.
None of that.
Drew. I mean, but well, right quick, just Drew. You also forget, guys. T.O. said he still thinks he won the fight.
Oh yeah, Jules. No,
that's what he said in the interview. That's what he said.
I should disclose I'm half
don't
Honduran,
surprise
so
me.
I'm probably biased.
Let me read the super chat. What's more profitable than fighting the UD champion? I don't get it. Listen, man. A lot of guys ain't doing it for business because, for starters, Floyd didn't become the draw that he became, staying away from his contemporaries. So the idea that this is the Mayweather blueprint they're following, no, it's not. Mayweather fought people. You don't have to like him, and you don't have to like his style. But he fought Cotto. You know what I mean? He fucking fought Shane Mosley. He fucking fought fucking Manfredi and Hernandez and fucking Castillo. He fought Corrales.
He fought Manny.
Well, I mean, what I'm getting at is it's not like everything leading up to the Pacquiao fight was a filler fight. No, there were big fights in there. He did $1 million with Shane Mosley. $1 million pay-per-view buys.
Bro, the Maidana fights were dangerous. Maidana was a motherfucker.
Before Floyd got in the welterweight division, he did enough to people say this guy is the best fighter of his generation. So everything else was okay. Prove it against this guy. Prove it against that guy. But that's when the money came.
Yeah,
it doesn't came from just fighting Cotto or just fighting. No, it came from all the things he did before he got to welterweight. In my opinion, he was with the fight against this big guy. How was he called? The puncher.
Who, Corrales? Chico?
Corrales.
Hatton?
Hatton. All those guys. There's where this reputation of him being the best fighter of his generation came.
And that's my point, that a lot of people cite the Mayweather blueprint, and it doesn't make sense because Mayweather fought the guys that were around. Javante is only surviving, not fighting the guys that are. He's not fighting none of the guys that are around. So no, it's not the Mayweather blueprint. It's literally a biosphere, like a little ant farm that you keep him in. You the big fish in a small fucking pond. And even the fish in that pond are not making the money that Devin Haney is making. They're not. That's not me making shit up. Did Rolly get 2.8 million? No, come on, fam. Come on. Fuck is y'all talking about?
One thing I like though that Devin pointed out is, like, I don't know if y'all caught this. He said that what did he say recently? He said that, first I was email champ. Now that I got the belts don't matter.
Ain't it? You see what I mean? I said it 2 times in 2 relays. When George won the belts, who did Ryan Garcia call out?
Him.
Now that Devin got the belts, now they don't matter. Now they don't matter.
And but ask B-Vol and Caleb Plant if those belts matter.
Bro, Ryan was like, I'm not even a lightweight anymore.
More importantly, who got more money in their last fight? Them or B-Vol? Them or Caleb Plant? You're not a cash cow, my guy. You're not changing nobody's life with the fight. When you a cash cow, that's what happens.
Usyk's getting 40 fucking million.
Need I say more? How many times would Rolly have to? How many times would Rolly have to fight Tank to get $40 million?
Don't fry his brain with that, man.
Times.
Guys like Ryan Garcia and Gervonta David doesn't want to have a resume. They want a highlight compilation of his best moments on YouTube, on social media, to people give likes and comment.
Let me address this from J Money. J Money, I feel you, right? But check it. Bob just gave him 2.8. Bob gave him 2.8. When you a cash cow, in other words, you could say that Eddie overpaid Devin because it is true. He paid him over market value, but Canelo paid Caleb Plant over market value. Caleb Plant is not a $10 million fighter. When you a cash cow, you can do that. When you a for real cash cow, you can do that. How many guys got money that they can't get themselves fighting Anthony Joshua, fighting Canelo Alvarez? That's normal. When Anthony Joshua got the IBF title, Charles Martin wasn't a $7 million fighter. He never touched $7 million. When you a real cash cow, you could do that. But that don't happen with Gervonta Davis. So, no, fam, you're not a cash cow because your promoter don't want to pay this dude what he normally get. Or I should say he can't. Because you said it yourself, Jay. They not going to get their money back. You're right, because he's not a cash cow. Gervonta Davis is not a cash cow. You profit from situations that have low operational costs. That's what it is. Your fights and your opponents don't cost a lot of money. So, yeah, you in a plus. But you still on some AAA league shit. You ain't MLB, you AAA. That's simple as.
Yo,
Hank ain't even a cash calf.
Yo, Gabriel Flores sucks.
Yeah, he fucking sucks, bro.
He sucks, man.
Send him to the PBC after this, bro.
For real. They're going to dump him if he loses this fight.
Bro, he is going to lose this fight.
He is. I'm not even watching it, and I can tell he's losing.
Like, that's J Money, that's the point I'm making. Were you saying that they would lose money on making Devin Haney versus Gervonta Davis, then they need to stop calling Gervonta a cash cow if you can't afford Devin Haney. If you can't afford Devin, you ain't no cash cow because it ain't like you got to give him $10 million. Like you ain't got to give him that. What about $5? You can't afford to give a guy $5. All right, then you're not a cash cow. You're not a cash cow. How could you be a cash cow? In what way? AAA league, bro. AAA league. I'm surprised Gabe's still here, to be real with you.
He's another.
I can't wait for the Flores versus Rolly pay-per-view on PBC.
And you know what fight they should do next? They should do Josue Vargas versus Flores. That'll draw some eyes.
Why not?
How about that?
Bro, it's a wrap for both of them. Yeah, Josue lost his last fight. I just remembered he got the shit beat out of him. But what was
2 rounds by a journeyman. I forget his name too, but yeah, bro.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Flores, he's getting frustrated though. I can tell. I can see it I can see the desperation on his face.
Let me say this to Jay. It's not a money scheme per se. It's smoke and mirrors, bro. Leonard to say things like he's the cash cow and he's the A side to everybody. But you're not an A side to everybody when you can't afford everybody. You can't keep saying that you're the A side to somebody else when you literally can't afford to pay them what they're making. It doesn't matter why. Like in the greatest scheme of things, it doesn't matter that Matchroom and DAZN overpaid Devin Haney. It doesn't matter. If you're a real cash cow, you should be able to match and surpass what he's getting. Caleb Plant was not getting $10 million purses before the Canelo fight, but because Canelo is who he is, you can get that. Joshua, same shit. I think Usyk is great, but he's not a $40 million fighter. Nah, he can't generate that on his own. If you put him out there against anybody else, does he get 40 M's? No.
But that's what you're getting.
The year mark of a cash cow is being able to get your opponents life-altering money. Nobody's life was altered by fighting Gervonta Davis. Who got life-altering money? Who? Who?
I think Rolly's life was altered because remember, Jules, you said that he got knocked out so bad he thinks he's a welterweight.
Well, yeah. That wasn't a life-altering money, though. That was a life-altering knockout.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was scarred for life.
Bro, what that say? 143 to 47. Jesus Christ. One side of this is
Flores is getting he is getting whooped, bro.
Flores versus Vargas isn't a bad shout. I think boxing needs a loser's bracket, like to get rid of some of this, some quality improvement.
More loser leaves town kind of fights, bro. We need those. Like whoever lose this fight need to go into rugby.
Here's a 140-pound fighter that I don't hear anybody talk about, but he's good. Brandon Lee. 25-0,
I like
22
Brandon.
knockouts.
I like Brandon.
He's good.
No, Brandon is good, but the reason you don't hear people talking about him is because of where he is. He's at the PBC.
PBC.
Now,
Yeah.
I
Same
will
with
say,
Subriel.
if you told me tomorrow, because the PBC have a couple of solid stallions at 140, they got Subriel Matias, they got Gary Antoine Russell, and
Brandon Lee.
right, and don't Frank Martin, is he at 35 or 40?
35. He's at 35.
All right. All right, so when you think about that, and they about to have a title over there too, Alberto Puello versus Jeremiah Ponce for the WBA. That's going to be a PBC show, so or on a PBC show. So they got fights that they could make. And if you told me Gary Antoine Russell versus Brandon Lee, yeah, that's a good fight. But the reason you don't hear people talk about him is the same reason that you don't people getting overly excited about Stephen Fulton, for example. Is this going to be build up for a bigger fight? Are you going to be moved towards undisputed? Until we know that, everybody curbs their enthusiasm. Like, look, Ray Vargas beat Mark Magsayo, but nobody jumping from the rooftops about it because, fam, you're not going to fucking fight Navarrete, bro. Come on, now. Like, you're not going to fight that. You know better. You fucking know better. Come on, man. So it's hard to get excited when you know that after a while he's gonna hit a wall.
I mean, like
he is fun to watch.
These title fights on the PBC, it's like I don't really get overly excited because it's not like the winner's going to unify with anybody else in the division.
Exactly. It doesn't matter what weight class we talking about. It's like what Ray Vargas beat Magsayo. Great, congratulations. You're gonna go fight Josh Warrington, and for what it's worth, I think he could beat Josh Warrington. But you're not gonna fight him, so who gives a shit?
No, but you want to fight Lukewarm Leo.
And Lukewarm Leo about to go fucking fight Dike. That's one thing I want to ask you guys about. Jay, do you think it happens? Lukewarm Leo versus Lee Wood?
Well, what's the status on that anyway? Did he vacate or no?
Nah, he didn't vacate. They said he didn't vacate. He said he will fight him, but who really knows, right? It's boxing. Who really knows? Do you?
I believe it when I see it, but honestly, I think I can see Eddie overpaying to get that fight.
I'm gonna be real with y'all. I see this kid with his eye all puffed up, and I feel bad because he done been in this fucked up situation before, and here he is again. Where did they go wrong with Gabriel Flores, or is it just that you know what he just, because I don't want to be short-sighted, but it's like, man, I seen him get beat up the last time, and now he's getting beat up again. Well, not the last time, the time before last. Now he's getting beat up again.
I like his defense, though. I mean, another guy who wisely uses his face to block punches. So
yeah, you gotta admire that.
Yeah, really do. Did he lose? When's the last time he fought? I think was he on the undercard of the Oscar Valdez Conceição?
I think he was. I remember seeing him.
I think he lost that fight.
I remember seeing him not that long ago, like a couple weeks ago. Liam Rockwell says, does Sandor Martin win a belt at 140? I'm going to say no. Not because he can't, but because of the state of the division. Josh has two of them, right? Jose Zapata, Jose Ramirez fighting for the WBC. And Sandor's best bet was the WBA title. He's in the top 10 of those rankings. I think he's close to the top 5 or in the top 5. And that belt is going to the PBC. So I don't think he gets the chance to fight for a belt. I don't think.
So that WB title, that's going to be held hostage for God knows how long.
No. Sandor's going to get that BA within the next.
I don't think so.
He'll get it. Yeah.
I think so.
Wrong side of the street.
I think whoever win that fight, whether it's Alberto Puello or Jeremiah Ponce, whoever wins, they're either going to end up fighting Gary Antoine Russell or Subriel Matias. No, matter of fact, Subriel Matias is about to become the mandatory for the IBF.
For the IBF,
Yeah.
He's about to get fucking rinsed if he fights Josh.
Bro. Who? Subriel?
Bro, he's fun, but he's a punching bag. Let's be real.
I don't know, bro. The way Josh looked in his let's see. Let's let it play. Because I do have him beating Catterall. I do have him beating Catterall. I do. So let's see. But let's see if it happens.
Normal Josh would rinse him. I say that.
Bro, that eye is closed, fam. That eye is closed. He missing by a country mile.
He is one big shot away from going down.
Yeah.
Who's fighting right now?
Flores and Cabrera.
Still, he ain't get knocked out yet.
Yo, you gotta give him credit. He tough, man. But this fight is lost, bro.
He's done.
Ooh.
I think this is the worst ass whooping I've ever seen a boxer in tassels take, or at least top
This is
five.
one of the worst ones. One of the worst ones. I'll say that. This has been really a one-sided contest, man.
Yep, Flores lost this shit, y'all. By wide.
He needs a miracle, bro. He need a fucking miracle. Even if he would have won this fight, bro, I would still say, yo, you really need to think about what you're doing, man.
He needs another trainer. I think his trainer might be the problem.
Well, his dad's
His dad.
trainer.
Yeah, he needs another trainer, exactly. I mean, I know who it is, but still.
Yeah, his dad.
Bro,
does not
one
love
of these
him.
days,
Shit,
one of these days, Top Rank is gonna be like, we're not signing nobody with fathers as their trainers. I swear to God.
Oh God.
Listen, man. The kid tough because he's still here. That he was able to not quit. You know, you got to give him credit for that. Like, not even being like, you know what I mean? You got to give him credit that he was really just getting his ass whooped, but he never gave up and he never quit.
You do.
And that says something about his character.
It does.
But he just be getting the shit beat out of him a lot, yo. And it's like, yo, you can't keep you young, bro. You can't keep getting the shit beat out of you like that, bro.
Oh shit, that's why he won. He had Freddie in his corner. Damn.
I fuck with Dog Bay, but I don't think he gonna win this fight.
You know the funny thing.
Who y'all got? Who y'all got for the main event tonight?
Let me get
I
in this
got
real quick.
Gonzalez.
The irony about Brandon Lee. Someone brought up Brandon Lee. It's so bad over there that he has to be on the Jake Paul undercard.
He's on that?
Yep.
Yeah, Steve Kim confirmed. Steve Kim confirmed it.
Wow. Hey, at least they're getting him out there, right?
Yeah, but he's exciting. He should be fighting. He's Korean and Mexican. The fact that they don't have him fighting 2-3 times a year in LA with a big Korean
but that's what I
population
mean.
out
Like,
here.
listen, Drew, let's say this. As far as what his manager is doing for him, the fact that he got him a spot on a Jake Paul fight, I think that's a good thing. I think
that's a good thing.
That's a good thing.
It is.
Like, I get your point that the PBC should have him fighting more often, but because they don't and his manager got him this, it's like, well, yeah, the PBC always fucking up how they always fuck up, but it's good that he getting back out there on a semi-big show. Well, I don't even know if I call that shit a big show, to be real with you.
We Drew, he's Lee's Korean and Mexican?
He's Korean and Mexican, yeah.
Oh, shit.
His dad's Korean, his mom's Mexican.
Oh, fuck, I didn't even know that. Damn. Oh, shit.
And my boy Sonny Edwards got to give my man the Troll a rematch though. That wasn't decisive
Bro,
enough.
he beat the shit out there.
No.
That was a close fight. What do you mean?
Oh, that was funny.
That was close. That was closer than Wilder when he fought. Who did Wilder fight in the gym?
Charlie Z.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a closer fight than Wilder Charlie Z.
Nah, but he was pulling, bro. He was pulling punches because he could have. He two-pieced him. He hit him 2 good times clean, and the dude was about to go out, and Sonny didn't. He went easy on him because he could have knocked that dude out.
He took it easy.
But kudos to the guy getting on a 4-hour train ride and going to the gym, y'all. That shit was
Motherfuckers'
hilarious.
brains don't be ready. Like, yo, y'all need to stop playing with these boxes, bro. Don't stop that shit, bro. This ain't no street fight.
Here's the thing. I need that guy that showed up to the gym. I need Sonny Edwards to train him and give me him versus Rolly in the battle of the retards.
Y'all know what? Watching that spar, watching Sonny school that dude like that, they gave me Prince and Nassim vibes with the hands down and shit. I love that. He was beautiful.
Yeah. Let's stop playing with these boxes, man. Like, I don't know why they do it to themselves. Like, bro, you listen, man. I don't care who you fought in grade school, bro. These motherfuckers will fuck you up.
Better leave him alone. Y'all.
And Gabe Flores lost another fight.
How much losses is that now, too?
That's two, but it's because it's so early. Like, this kid is young, taking these ass whoopings. Regis Prograde, I go Regis in that. Montana Love didn't look good in his last fight, whereas with Regis, I know that he's a world-class fighter already. I know that already. Montana Love, I know you allowed to have one off night, but you haven't shown me anything that shows me you could be the world-class guy because you looking a little weird with the guys you are fighting. Will says Sonny laid that man out. It was beautiful, bro. Beat the shit out that dude. No less than he deserves. Like, I don't know why these people think they could talk to these boxers any old kind of way. It's good that Sonny did that, bro. It's good that he did that.
That needed to be seen. And like newsflash, y'all keep it. Y'all gonna get fucked up. You will.
And remember, people like to say
it's like when AJ pressed those kids.
Exactly. That I don't know. Maybe it's a rush or like an adrenaline thing, or you want to be able to say that you talk shit to a professional fighter. Listen, man, don't do that shit. These motherfuckers ain't gonna put up with your shit, bro. They really not. But motherfuckers be knowing who to try to. That kid thought that because Sonny's a stick and move guy that he can't punch. Listen, you ain't Julio Cesar Martinez, my guy. Let's get that motherfucking shit straight. Maybe Julio could take the shots, but you ain't motherfucking Julio, bro. Motherfuckers need to stop that shit.
Being Jules, I'm with you. I got Joe at on points.
Yeah, I like Dog Bay, but
he has. I mean, honestly, he's been having a lot of close calls recently.
That's what I mean.
I don't think he got the nod in, really, if I'm being honest.
That he didn't deserve. I agree that he didn't deserve the nod, but he got it, and it's like, look, he got to this point, but nah, fam, not Joette. I don't think so. B, you're not getting past him.
So, like, who wins this fight? Like, who do they get a crack? This is a title eliminator. So, who do they get a crack?
Joette's last fight was Navarrete, right? Joette's last fight?
And you saw how he looked, right? He looked all right in that fight.
He did not bad.
He got out of him too, though.
His face got fucked up though.
No, I remember he closed his eye, but
Dog Bay's already took that ass twice too. So I mean, he's past.
But fellas, this is a title eliminator. So who does the winner get another crack in Navarrete, or how's that work?
Wait, what weight is this, bro? This featherweight?
Featherweight,
It's featherweight.
I mean, I don't think they want to make Gonzalez versus Navarrete again.
That's what I'm saying. But I mean, this is a title eliminator, though. That's why I'm.
Listen. This is what I think is going on. I think Navarrete is on the brink of leaving featherweight because I saw something from Telemundo on Instagram where they said they trying to do Valdez versus Navarrete. Probably at 130. Probably at 130. So if Navarrete vacates, maybe the winner of this fight fights for the vacant title.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
Because both of them done fucking fought now. Like, let's say Dog Bay pulls it off. What, we going to get Dog Bay versus Navarrete 3?
Nah, man.
You seen the first two fights, bro.
Oh, matter of fact, Joey, he got a fight in this year. He fought Gio Santisma. He got a TKO in 9 rounds. I forgot about that.
Yep.
Yeah, bro, Gabe don't need. Gabe Flores is. I'm not trying to kick a man when he's down, but he's young and he can't keep getting the shit beat out of him like that. That shit is not healthy, bro.
He needs to learn some damn defense.
No, it's other things, bro. It's like when he get hit, like he young. How many times he got dropped in this fight, bro? Like 4?
3-4 times around there, I'd say. Yes,
bro, you can't be getting your ass beat like that when you're young.
That was twice in the first round.
He need to reevaluate things, bro.
How old is Gabe? How old is he?
He like 20, 21. He a young guy. Like
shit. Oh yeah. Oh, he hella young. Oh yeah. Okay. Well, it ain't over. He's got time to, but he need to do something. I mean, like training team. So he needs to do something. I don't know. Something needs to happen for him. He needs to figure some shit out.
Flores, yeah, that was a full course beating because it went the distance, man. Those life altering ass whoopings, shit. But yeah, I think the winner of this fight probably gonna fight for the vacant title. I like Navarrete versus Valdez as a fight, but we still gotta say that Navarrete ducked Shakur. Like, you still gotta say that because, like, fam, you gonna skip out on Shakur to fight the dude that he beat?
Nah.
You don't got no time for Shakur, but you got time for. I understand why. It's stylistic.
Can you blame him, really? Honestly.
But you got to call a spade too. A duck is a duck. Even if I'm a fan of the guy, a duck is a duck, bro. Like, it is a duck. Like, come on now. Like if you don't want to move up to fight for a title, but you willing to move up to fight Valdez, that's a duck, bro. It is.
100.
And not a knock on Stevenson, right? But Stevenson versus Conceição, that is not a fan-friendly fight, bro.
Oh
That
God,
is just not, bro.
I'm
Like,
just praying that that's going to be somewhat competitive because I could just see it playing out now. It's going to be just a boring chess match for probably 9 to 10 rounds. Very like just very tedious. I mean,
one
Shakur's
thing,
I got Shakur winning, of course.
no,
But,
of course. But the only saving grace would be is if Shakur decides to get aggressive and throw a little more, because somebody has to win the fight. Like, I can't just be sitting here fainting and moving the whole goddamn fight. Like, somebody got to be the bad guy. Hopefully, Shakur make that decision.
Because he can't punch. He can't punch.
Nah, he's stick and move outside guy. At least we could say Shakur, when he land clean, is something on the punch.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
something on it.
the last fight I saw Conceição when he was trying to take it to his opponent, he couldn't hurt this guy really. And I'm like, I don't think he looked all that good if I'm being honest. Even though he got the win, he didn't look that impressive to me.
Will says he believes Conceição getting stopped. If he do get stopped, that's a statement.
Oh yeah,
If he do
he's
get
never
stopped,
been stopped. He's never been stopped, right? He's just
he never been stopped. If he do get stopped, that's a statement.
Mm-hmm.
Shakur has to fight him like he fought Jamel.
Yeah, be aggressive, step into the jab.
And Dogbo is so damn shot. How tall is Dogbo? Like 5'3"?
Bro, remember Dogbo used to campaign at 122, bro.
Oh shit, yeah.
Remember that's where he had the WBO at 122.
Oh, it's a WBC featherweight title eliminator.
Oh, for Ray Vargas.
Oh shit. Okay, now.
Listen, listen. I like the if it's for the WBC, I like that because they gonna put Ray on the spot.
Hell yeah, they is.
and remember, Ray. Listen, Ray beat Maxayo fair and square, right? But you synced in that fight, yo. If you clock him clean, you could hurt him because Maxayo hurt him like 2-3 times in that shit.
It's just Maxayo has no he
didn't follow up.
He doesn't make adjustments either. So yeah, so that's all.
I would say what he needed was combinations, but you know what I mean? He happy with his 1-2, so fuck it. Let him have fun with that shit.
Yeah, no adjustments.
Motherfucker threw the 1-2 the whole goddamn night. 1-2 and 1-2 and 1-2. And then guess what? 1-2. All goddamn night.
Well, I'm like way pumped for this fight, y'all. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be an entertaining fight. Dog Bay is never in a boring fight. Never in a boring fight.
Did you think he won the Diaz fight?
No. Pitufo Diaz? No.
That's what I'm asking. Okay. I don't think he won either.
I think no. Let me. I think it's the Adam Lopez fight where I felt he got lucky. The Diaz fight, he nicked it because the Diaz that fought Navarrete, that ain't the same Diaz that fought Dog Bay. The Diaz that fought Navarrete, he left it all out there.
Oh yes, he did. Yes,
he left it all out there, but I don't think he had much more to give in a Dog Bay fight.
I like Fantasy. I think he could have went out of the way. Yeah, go ahead.
Fantasy fight: Floyd Senior versus Roger at 147. I don't know who fantasizing about that shit, but I'm not. Let's see if they could put Ray Vargas under pressure. I like that situation.
Watch him vacate.
Of course. Or move up. Damn, why that girl eyes look like that?
What the hell?
Y'all seen that shit? She looked like she drank 30 cups of coffee.
I mean, I just feel for Joette a lot of times because a lot of times he steps up, he just doesn't quite pull it off. You know what I mean?
Well, he's fighting good fighters. That's
he is. That's why I'm not really mad. I mean, you know, he is stepping up against and losing to good guys, but he needs a good win. I like this. Like I like him to pick up the strap. But he seems like a good, decent guy. You know.
And he didn't look bad with Navarrete, even though he lost, and he turned his face into chopped cheese. Mm-hmm. But he had moments. He had good moments.
Yeah.
Jacob Sims says Flores was getting dropped multiple times by a guy with 7 knockouts out of 20 fights. Move down, retire, or get retired. And can you? Yeah, I agree.
That's what I was saying.
No, because something for him to move forward now, him and his dad have to make the decision that look, our current situation is not working. If you want what's best for your son, make major changes to the corner, bro. Because he can't keep getting his ass beat like that. He too young to be catching them ass beatings like that.
Get him a credible trainer. He's young enough to where he can develop. You know, get him somebody who knows what he's doing.
Bro, he gonna have to go back to the chicken gizzard level, but chicken gizzard circuit, because TV fights, he don't need to be in TV fights getting his ass beat like that. Willie Lynch says, how you like Wood versus Santa Cruz? I think it's an easy fight for Wood due to Santa Cruz's inactivity at featherweight. There's two intangibles. I'm glad you brought that up because there were two intangibles in association with that fight. Lee Wood is an exciting guy, and he earned his place, but I don't think he takes the best punch, and we saw that in the Conlon fight. Conlon is a good boxer, but he's not a big puncher, and he dropped Lee Wood early in that fight. Leo is a volume guy, not a big puncher, but he throw punches in bunches. And depending on, can he make the weight healthy? That's the other intangible. Because this is a fighter that has not fought at that weight in 3.5 years, what is his punch resistance going to be like? I kind of give the edge to Leo, even if Lee Wood is a bigger puncher. He's not a combination puncher like Leo. Leo could, if he makes the weight good, he could overwhelm Lee Wood. Now, I would like to see Lee Wood win because I don't like Leo Santa Cruz. He's just a piece of shit and a waste of my goddamn time. But being real, you kind of got to give the edge to Leo a little bit just because he's experienced. He's a combination puncher.
So that means you're picking him, Jules? Or?
I mean, I ain't say all that. Say all that.
I mean, but Lee Wood is very resilient because throughout the Conlon fight and the Kanzu fight and the Conlon fight, even though he got dropped, he just wouldn't quit, man. He kept coming. He came back into it, and the fight until he turned the fight back around his favor. Him just that's some movie shit. Like at the
point that I'm making, the point that I'm making is you had to go through that with a non-puncher.
That's true.
A non-puncher.
Yeah.
He's not a big, like, Conlon is a good boxer, don't get it twisted, but he's not a big puncher. So if one of the guys at the weight who's not characterized as being a knockout guy or a heavy-handed guy, you had to go through all that with him, wouldn't you say that you think Leo Santa Cruz at least is a bigger puncher than Mick Conlon? Wouldn't you say that?
I could agree somewhat. Yeah, especially with volume as well, with Leo's volume.
I'll look, hand on heart, I would want Lee to win because I like Lee Wood, and I would want him to just please find a way, bro. Find
a title off of that inactive clown. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
My dream is for Mauricio Lara to execute Leo.
Oh my god, that would be so.
That would be beautiful.
But it'll never happen, bro. Mauricio Lara's high risk, low reward guy, bro. Let's see.
By the way, quick announcement. Y'all, Comic-Con was this weekend. They announced a bunch of goodies.
Say it again.
Comic-Con was this weekend, and they announced a bunch of goodies.
Oh yeah, I saw. Bay sent me the shit. Bay sent me the
Bro, Jules, Avengers 5 and 6, King Dynasty and Secret Wars.
He sent me the screenshots. I'm looking through them now. The Secret Invasion, Guardians of the Galaxy, Echo. I'm not familiar with that. Loki season 2. Blade, I'm curious about because I'm gonna be honest. I'm nostalgic, and I know there were cheesy parts in Blade 3, and one or two.
That was the worst one. That was the worst one. That was awful.
But Blade 1 was iconic to me.
Classic.
It was iconic to me. Like, bro, when he walked in the club and he threw the shit and he was fighting everybody with bro, like it's hard to top that, bro.
Jules, when he was smiling and Wesley just walked up and like, come on, Day White. He just pulled his shotgun out in like a nanosecond and just started shooting mother. I'm like, oh my god, bro.
The fight scenes in that shit.
We're gonna be disappointed though because it's gonna be a PG-13 Blade.
Yeah, if it's not rated R, then like, come on.
Yeah.
What? Nah.
I just want to see Dr. Doom. I hope Dr. Doom should be the next villain, and they could do him better than Thanos.
Blade might not be PG-13 because they've got their he's going to be a part of their horror division, and they've already got Deadpool 3 confirmed as a rated R film.
I love that.
Deadpool's different because it's a package with Ryan Reynolds and he has some say, but I heard Kevin Feige said that most likely Blade's going to be PG-13.
It might be, but it might be on the extreme side of PG-13 or 12A that we have over here. So
Dog Bay's looking all right
I-
so far in the first.
Not
I
bad.
want to say something. I don't like the.
I hope they put MF Doom in the on the Doom soundtrack.
Go ahead, Leo.
I don't like the actor for Blade. The remake.
You don't like the actor?
No, I don't.
what's
like
wrong
it.
with Mahershala Ali?
Yeah, he's a generational talent.
He's a great pick,
I won't
think.
go that far.
I'm gonna be real with you. I don't see him. I would have picked someone else, someone younger.
Yeah, because
If it
he's
was
like,
me-
that dude is pushing 50 now. I don't know if y'all knew that.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
it was me, I would have picked someone younger, and I would have picked a fresh face that people are not familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Kind of like nobody really knew Chadwick Boseman, Boswick like that until Black Panther. Feel me? And it was that kind of deal to where it's a fresh face. They, and that was a breakout role. So I would have tried to go for that with
And
Blade.
someone. And
Yeah, but Mahershala
Blade's
looked
its own-
like Blade
Blade's
in
its own-
Alita
Blade's-
Battle Angel.
Blade's his own brand, so you could put someone fresh in there because they're selling the brand of Blade. And
I should have
the
been Blade.
reimagination.
Really, I should have been Blade. I'm the fucking day walker. I walk all day. The fuck?
Well, no, you're
I watched
old. So
Blade.
you're old now, so you can
Bro,
be
but I
Whistler.
don't look old. I don't look 50.
We could put some CGI and makeup, and you could be Whistler with some bad knees.
Real shit.
But y'all,
Hey,
y'all,
then they
y'all,
don't
y'all,
pick
let
shit
me tell
up.
y'all this. But let me tell y'all this. Y'all know Ant-Man, right? When
Yeah.
Paul Rudd, like the final choices came down to him and Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
They went the right way. They went the right way.
Yeah.
He don't have the timing. Like really, I don't know what the fascination people had with him was in Dark Knight Rises. Like I'm
Yeah,
like,
Oh, I didn't like him at all.
Man.
I didn't see it. Like, bro, why are they so high on this dude? Like, the fuck did he
What does he
do?
Like,
Here's
why
the
is he
thing, here's
so
what-
vital to the story?
Go watch that movie again, and you'll see he's just waiting to say his line. He's not even listening to when they're talking to him. He's just waiting to repeat his lines.
Yeah, like I didn't see. I never got.
He's not present.
Paul Rudd was funny. Like he was genuinely funny every time he was on camera. He was genuinely funny.
Yeah, that's probably why they cast him. Because
But then
he
also
has that
imagine if they
comedic
tried to make Ant-Man like a dramatic character. Like get the fuck out
that
of
wouldn't
here.
work. That wouldn't work.
Speaking of movies, if y'all want to go see my movie, it's on Amazon Prime right now. I'm
Which
fine.
one?
Thanks for asking. It's called
Which-
I'm Fine. Thanks for asking.
All right.
Dead ass. I'm serious.
All right. I'll look it up. I was watching my shit. A lot of people got mixed reviews about this movie. I'm a big horror buff. I personally loved Halloween Kills. I loved it. I said it yesterday. It was like a block party, but with a serial killer. It's a great movie. To me, it's a great movie. I love it. That it was chaos and the stupid, insane motherfucker decided to use that as an opportunity to kill himself for no reason. Like, bro, I loved it. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, and I can't wait for the third one. It's coming out this year.
And I think this week was the 35th anniversary of Revenge of the Nerds, too, fellas.
Revenge of the who?
Revenge of the Nerds is like the 35th
Oh,
anniversary.
with Booger.
Hey, the funniest shit on there, they're asking Booger, you got a date for the party? He's like, I've been combing the high schools all day.
So far, Dog Bay's bossing it. I felt he took that first round.
He is.
He was busy. He was busier.
The funny thing is the Tri-Lambs have more balls than these PBC fighters.
Joette looking real flustered, bro. You need to throw more. I'm not liking it so far. We're only into the second round. There's plenty of time, but I'd like to see him pick it up.
What else?
He never already took a lot out of him.
Joe's always been one-dimensional, though.
Dog, they'll never make Revenge of the Nerds again. Dog really took the fucking
Nah.
mask. He took the mask and went into the spot with chick and went down on her. She's like, whoa.
Because that movie doesn't fit in this that
Era.
dynamic doesn't exist in this era.
And that was cutting it. They even had Lamar, who was gay, and they wasn't making fun of him. It was ahead of its time.
Yo, Dog Bay is looking all right, bro. I picked Joette, but something don't change. And we know that Dog Bay could take an ass whooping because he took 2 ass whoopings from Navarrete, but he didn't get knocked out.
He got stopped in the rematch in the last round.
He did get stopped?
He did. TKO. Yeah.
Oh, he tough motherfucker though.
Dr. Jules, to piggyback off of what you said, that Marvel show Echo, that when you said you saw it, did you see Hawkeye?
No.
Okay, that's a character in that show, and it's a spinoff. And get this, like also Daredevil and Kingpin is gonna appear in it as well.
Oh, I knew that. I knew
Yeah.
that because Kingpin. I mean, fucking King. Daredevil was in motherfucking
What?
Spider-Man.
No
Daredevil
Way
was.
Home. No Way Home.
Yeah.
Yep. Did you see his Netflix series?
Nah. Was it any good?
Oh, bro, you gotta
Yeah.
watch that.
Bro,
You
that
gotta
shit
watch
is
that.
fantastic.
It's one of the best superhero shows I've ever seen. Like
We'll
you
watch
need
that
to
shit.
ASAP. You need to see that ASAP.
Luke Cage, top tier.
Yep. That
Iron
one too.
Fist, garbage.
Trash. Yeah. Punisher was also off the chain as well.
Punisher
Yeah.
was good.
That's my man from. That's my man from Walking Dead. B. He
I was
don't
just
be in
gonna
no
say,
trash shit.
I was just gonna say, Jules looked like a Dominican John Bernthal.
I am John Bernthal.
He do.
I don't look like John Bernthal.
He do. That's why.
I don't
Hey,
look like
Juan burnt
Yo,
off.
fade and
I look
everything.
like Juan Bernthal out here, bro.
John
With the
Bernthal
fade and all that.
John Bernthal got a new movie coming out, the remake of American Gigolo, and I heard
I
Jules is his
seen
body.
that shit.
I heard Jules is the body double.
I had to fuck the broads while John drunk coffee. That was the setup. That when they do the scenes, I had to do that. That's my shaft in them scenes.
He had his own trailer.
Oh shit. Nah, Joe, I gotta pick it up though, cause so far I got Dog Bay out hustling him and out working him.
Joey, he's not throwing. He needs to throw more.
He needs to throw more.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Have any of you guys have seen Thor: Love and Thunder?
No, but
Yeah.
I saw it.
I've seen it.
I watched it.
Base. I need this to come from you, bro. Just be honest with me. Was it at least as good as Ragnarok? Because I really liked Ragnarok. I don't
No,
know.
Ragnarok was better, but it wasn't like it wasn't sort of like several levels below it. It was just a bit more silly than Ragnarok. Even though it had a lot of serious and dark themes, they didn't lean into the darkness the way Ragnarok did.
Was it better than Dark World? Because Dark
Oh,
World
much
is
better. Yeah, much better than Dark
because
World.
Dark World is probably the worst Marvel movie I've ever seen, and I stand by that.
Dark World is trash. It's not. It's much better than Dark World.
By
It's
the way,
just it's just too silly. That's all.
By the way, Base, let me ask you this. I saw it too. Let me ask you this. I want to see if you agree with this. Do you think that they turned Thor into like a man-child?
Yeah.
A little bit, but I think that if you look at it's weird, right? If you just look at that film by itself, it's like, okay, yeah, he seems just a bit goofy and party animal and whatever. But when you look at his entire journey from the original Thor film, including all of the little web series that they had as well, all the loss he's had, all the traumas, he's just basically, it's like he's just reverting, and that's just his mechanism for dealing with all the loss that he suffered.
More importantly, they didn't turn him into a man-child. He already was that. He was like the frat boy of Asgard, fucking these broads and getting into fights.
I think thematically it makes sense because, like, imagine trying to do Thor as a serious guy. Like, it'll come off as too crazy.
No, you know, Norse mythology is pretty fucking depressing. They could use a couple of jokes.
Yeah, I was actually gonna say, instead of like going out of your way to see this in the theater, just rewatch The Northman and stream this because I didn't find it that great.
What it was, they made too many jokes. They tried to play off Ragnarok and make it a comedy. They should have just, because Ragnarok, the jokes were natural still.
Yeah, they were though.
I mean, y'all know what they did. It's like Ragnarok. They pretty much turned it into Guardians of the Galaxy. That's what I thought.
Listen. Kate Blanchett with that green suit.
Yeah, she was hot stuff.
Yeah. Eat that ass.
I mean, I don't know about all that, but
you know about all that. You know about that.
But no, the thing is, with Love and Thunder, you can kind of tell though, just watching it, how much of that film like they chopped out, because there's a lot of stuff where it's almost like it doesn't get that chance to breathe. So I'm really hoping they do get a cut where you see at least some of the things that they took out. Because remember, they even had Lena Headey and Peter Dinklage in it, and they're not in the film.
Cut them out. I read about that. Yeah.
She got paid $7 million to not appear in the film. Please give me that kind of deal. I want that.
On that note, if they paid that much, I'm expecting a director's cut.
Oh, because I love Lena Headey's fucking my kind of girl right there.
I would say this: like Christian Bale actually played a pretty damn good villain. He pretty much the movie. He made the movie.
Bro, Christian Bale is look. I don't know about him outside of acting, but on some acting shit, he don't fuck up, bro. He
No,
do
he don't.
not fuck
No, he
up,
don't.
bro. Whether we talking about Bruce Wayne more than me, or Boo Boo, where the cockies, Boo Boo, bro, in the fighter,
Dickie.
Bro, in the fight, that's
And
one
the
of the top 5
machinist.
crackheads in cinema history.
Listen, B, that top fucking 3, bro. Boo Boo, where the car? Where the car, Boo Boo?
He deserved that Oscar, y'all. For that.
And don't forget him in the fighter and the machinist as well. Yeah.
Bro, the machinist was crazy, bro. Like and the funny shit is, I remember the end. The reason that the dude was fat is because he was fat when he killed them people, and I guess it was kind of playing on his conscience. Like, it wasn't a fun movie, but it made you think. You know what I mean? That was a good movie.
The guilt contributed to his insomnia. That's
exactly.
Yeah.
Good movie.
But y'all know in the fighter, right? Like, I'll tell you a funny story. Like, I was reading trivia for the fighter, and it's like when filming wasn't like commenced, like when nobody was filming, Christian Bale would disappear. It wouldn't tell anybody where he was going.
Jay, are you telling me he smoked crack for that role?
Absolutely, he went method. He went method for the role. So yeah, so nobody knew where he was at times when he was supposed to film.
Method or methamphetamine?
Okay, but a serious question. Did he knock him out? Knock him down? Did he drop Sugar Ray Leonard?
I think he tripped. He tripped.
You talking about the real Dick Eklund, right?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, to be real with you. I didn't look it up. Dick Eklund versus Sugar Ray Leonard.
I saw the footage. I think a punchline, but I'm not sure really because the footage is not good really.
This is good from Joette. This is much better in the fourth. Much better in the fourth.
He needs to use his size.
That's what. See that there? Yeah, he's leaning on him, keeping him on those ropes, pressing him, throwing combinations. Not good optics for Dog Bay. But I do got at minimum. I have Dog Bay winning the first 2. The third one, I don't know. It looked a little bit close. Maybe you could give it to Dog Bay. Maybe. But this one, Joette looks much better in this round. He's got some steam going.
Hey, Base, I got a question for you. Still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What would you give Love and Thunder out of 10?
7.
I'd give it about a 7. It's a good movie. It's just not great, but I know that there's more to it. So, and because I've seen everything else, I just appreciate. I think I appreciate him and the journey more than some other people. They're not really thinking about his trajectory from the very first film up till now and how some people deal with them levels of trauma. You make jokes. Some people just make jokes and act like nothing matters anymore because to them it doesn't. He hasn't got anyone left. It's like,
yeah.
Y'all didn't think Morbius was the worst fucking Marvel film ever?
Jeez.
I haven't seen Morbius. How bad?
yeah, but Morbius isn't in the MCU, so it doesn't count.
It's more than time.
That's still Marvel movie. Stop it.
That's a
Kurt DeVille, appreciate you, Kurt. You didn't have to do that, but you did it, and I appreciate it. Shout out to Kurt DeVille, Counterpunch Boxing News. Ow!
Julius, I'm telling you, if you don't want to waste an hour and a half of your time, don't watch that movie.
Well, this is the thing. You know that all these movies are interconnected. So in some way you have to, like, I was watching Loki and you know he's gonna fuck like the female version of himself. That's more or less where I left off. But that's what
Sylvie.
she was. That is what she was, the female version of himself.
Yeah, Sylvie, Loki and Sylvie.
So and you know they're coming back. And that's more or less where I left off. And I also saw No Way Home. I'm hearing bad things about Doctor Strange or weird things.
Are you still haven't seen it?
I haven't seen it. I'm going to because it's on my shit. But like, is it bad?
No, it's not bad.
It's not bad.
No,
I like that. You're
watching it when you should watch it.
Strange.
It's not worth the movie ticket price, in my opinion. Streaming it is the best way to see it because it's that.
No. I hate streaming. I am as the only person here with a screenwriting degree. I am vehemently opposed to streaming movies. It's not the full experience.
No, I'm gonna be honest.
Are you gonna do the same thing?
Let me say this. I think a movie like The Northman is what you need to see in the theaters. That was a visually striking fucking movie, man. Like
I saw it in IMAX.
You need to see that in the theaters. But a movie like Doctor Strange, I could sit at home and watch
No,
it.
Doctor Strange
I'm,
is
I'm,
it's a cinema film because you need to kind of sit in
yeah,
IMAX the first
yeah,
time. It's
exactly.
one of
That's what
those.
I mean. Like, I'm not opposed to like you're watching at the. I'm saying like the first time, it's the experience. Your phone's off. You're in the theater. Like, how excited did you get to see RoboCop in the theater, Jules?
I never was really big on RoboCop.
Well, okay, Terminator,
Predator in theaters.
Predator, exactly.
Predator, Kickboxer, even Harlem Nights. My uncle, he lied to my grandma or whatever. Like, yeah, I'm gonna take the kid out to the movies. She thought we was gonna go see some cartoon shit. Like, we're gonna see Harlem Nights. When I see that whole scene with Red Fox and Della Reese, bro, I think that literally molded my sense of humor as from then on. Like, cause that shit was gold, bro. Swallow it and shut the fuck up. That was gold, bro. That was gold.
Jules, you know what the best scene in that movie was? Hey, I just want to let you know, I never coming home. Take it easy.
Word. I just want to let you know that the fat cop dude. I mean, we all would have made that decision, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I like more the Wanda from Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, than the Wanda from.
I got Wanda in it. Yeah, that's true. Yep.
Yeah, because you're not gonna trick me to feel empathy for this bitch. Really? No.
No, Leo's right. That's why you.
That's
what your Leo's right. Hey, but here's the thing, she did a great job by earning that we don't feel empathy for her as an actress. She earned all her moments.
Yeah.
Can I say this? Honestly, how did you guys feel at the end of WandaVision? Because I felt bad for her. I felt bad for her.
I did. I felt bad.
I did.
So now I got to go back and watch it because I didn't watch WandaVision.
All right, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I watched the whole WandaVision, right? And I honestly, at the end of it, I was like, "Damn, dog!" Like, that's
you feel bad for her, but then you also realize that she enslaved the whole town. Like,
I was just gonna say that. Like, to Base's point, it's like I felt bad, but also no, because at the same time, you took a whole town hostage. You know what I mean?
Yeah, look, but she wasn't killing nobody.
But she was forcing them against their will.
She held them against the will.
Hey. You give any one of you guys some powers, you're gonna enforce somebody against their will.
All right.
Maybe, but then I don't expect people to feel bad for me because of it.
The first thing AJ's gonna do is make fucking Keith Thurman fight Boots Ennis every fucking month.
You already know. You already know, Drew. You already know.
Yo, he didn't even say once. He said every month, bro.
I do it every week. Every month, I do it every week.
Oh shit! Like, listen, man, y'all gotta fight once a week, every week for the next 30 months, bro. All right? Fuck.
No, I didn't have a problem with that. I have a problem with the end of the episode when Wanda was like, okay, the illusion is done, and all these guys, fuck them, guys.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go take the book that Mystic Art book and do my thing.
Yeah, the Darkhold.
All of them.
No.
That's the thing that. Okay, you're presenting this girl like a hero? No, he's not.
Let me say this.
People, it's not. She didn't just take it, and it's a corruptible book. So when she got her hands on it, it basically just started to sort of worm its way into her side.
Maybe the way, because I was a comic book head when I was a kid. I used to draw a lot. I'm familiar with all the characters. And this is kind of what I was expecting for Wanda. That it's more like I'm just trying to see if you can adapt the character in a way that I am familiar with. Because Wanda was never the according to Hoyle hero to begin with. You know what I mean? There was always a darkness to Wanda. So I'm expecting you to put that on the screen. And don't make her fan friendly. If you're gonna do right by the character and the source material, she need to be a bad motherfucker. You know, she need to be somebody that, like, maybe you don't root for her. Maybe you
Yeah,
don't.
no, and you don't in Multiverse of Madness. Like, yeah, she
Oh no,
becomes
no, yeah,
proper
no,
unhinged,
yeah.
and you're like,
But
yeah, this is.
she was a badass in that. The way she killed them motherfuckers, I'm not gonna
Don't
spoilers
say
to give it.
shit. Don't
But
fuck
the way
this up
she
for
just,
me,
I'm
bro.
not gonna
He hasn't
say
seen
it.
it, y'all. He hasn't seen it. Don't
I'm
ruin
just
it.
gonna say the way she killed motherfuckers in that. She was a badass.
Yo, I keep
I'm-
hearing about The Boys, man.
Oh, The
I'm
Boys
looking
is
forward to
amazing.
it.
Jules,
The
bro.
I
Boys
gotta
is
watch that.
amazing.
My man Carl Urban, bro, he really came up. Carl Urban's a good actor. Don't let
No,
anybody.
you got to
Jules,
watch The Boys, and you
that
got to
show.
watch Invincible, Jules.
Who's looking
Yeah.
forward to? Who's looking forward to see how they bring Eddie Brock in at the end of Spider-Man with Tom Hardy?
Well, I mean, listen, he was at the end of No Way Home, but
Yes.
but the way that they left it also, it's like if you know the particulars about outside of the movie, it's almost like they killed off this character. Oh God, what's this kid's name, man? The kid that played Tom Holland. It's almost like they killed off Tom Holland's Spider-Man. They left the door open for an Andrew Garfield, left the door open for a Tobey Maguire with all the multiverse stuff. But with Tom Holland, I remember before the movie, he said that he's taking a break, that he's not going to act for a while or some shit like that. And because of what's going on with what is it? Sony owns the rights to Spider-Man, and they shared those rights with MCU. They kind of worked out a way to where they don't have to use Tom Holland anymore. And what I'm afraid of is they're not going to use him because it was really sad at the end, man.
Well, no, but the thing is, in that film, there's still people in that universe that still know that he's Spider-Man because the spell was very specific to people on Earth, and there's some superheroes that aren't on Earth when the spell takes place. People like Nick Fury will still know that who he is and know that he's around.
Wow!
Yeah,
and
they tied it in beautifully.
And if you remember,
it took another Capricorn for me to realize. Thank you, Base.
Wow. It's cool, man. But if you remember,
Base the kid, it's Base the Capricorn.
That's true. But if you remember at the start when Wong says "leave me out of it," so he's also not tied to that spell in that sense because he's specifically said, "Just don't involve me."
Yes.
So when Strange is doing his spell, like Wong could feasibly not be a part of it as well. So there's people that still know.
But let's say this, outside of the storyline, which I think honestly it's written very well. It honestly is, especially for a superhero film. It's written very well. But outside of the storyline, it's the production stuff that worries me. Spider-Man, as far as film adaptations, is still the property of Sony, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
So so that means that MCU doesn't get to use them, because Tom Holland was supposed to be MCU's Spider-Man. You can do what you want with Tobey Maguire, you do what you want with Andrew Garfield. And I kind of figured with Tom, well, this is MCU's Spider-Man, and they're going to use him. And the way that ended, it felt like a bon voyage for Tom Holland as that character.
Well, Amy Pascal, she's already said that as far as she's concerned, they're going to carry on their relationship with Marvel and the MCU. So in some form or fashion, you'll probably see him back. And I think, actually, I forgot. They've got another film on his contract that's like a non-solo film. So will be. I think he's going to appear in Secret Wars.
Yeah, but I need him to get. Listen, I'm gonna send him.
It's like an Eddie Hearn contract. They got options on Tom. Okay, baby.
Listen, I'm just saying. I'm a sentimental person. I'm a romantic. I need to see that kid get his girl back, bro. I'm gonna feel sad. That shit was sad.
He needs
bro.
a rematch clause.
He needs a rematch. Call Eddie Hearn. Call Eddie Hearn.
Sony got options on the kid. That he'll be back. I'm really hoping they don't fuck up X-Men when they debut X-Men, like a live action.
Listen, X-Men is cursed, bro. And we all need to just accept it now. X-Men,
no, it's not.
Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four.
MCU hasn't done
X-Men's
it
hit and miss.
Fantastic Four's cursed. That last old Logan, that was fucking sick.
Listen, the only Logan that I liked was the first one. That's
you didn't
it.
like the last one with old Logan?
No, I don't like sad shit, and
What about the Wolverine when he went to Japan? That's my favorite one.
I didn't like that either.
You're right.
No. Who said that X-Men is hit or miss? Because that's how I feel. X-Men First Class, my man James McAvoy, Love that fucking kid.
Days of Future Past, elite.
Days of Future Past.
Days
I
of
like
Future Past, fantastic.
That was the best one in my opinion. That's my favorite one. Days of
but
Future Past.
everything before that is hot garbage to me.
No, X2. X2 was
No,
brilliant.
it was okay, brilliant. It was
was
okay.
brilliant.
It was better
It
than the
was
first, but it was not.
And I know the last Logan where Professor X dies. That's fucking great. That was a good cinema.
X2, First
That the
Class,
cinema,
Days of
the
Future
way
Past, and Logan were the best X-Men films.
the way they shot it, the last Logan, and the grittiness, it was great because of the time era they were in, with like the Armageddon shit.
Apocalypse.
I mean,
Apocalypse.
who can fill Hugh Jackman's shoes as Wolverine though? You know, that's
Taron Egerton.
Yep.
What's his name?
Taron Egerton.
You seen the Kingsman movies? You seen the Kingsman
Hold
movies?
on. I'm about to look him up right now.
He's in the Kingsman movies.
Taron.
He looks too soft, but that probably means it'll be great casting.
He looks like a cross between Gary Sinise and Hugh Jackman.
I think as it goes away, they're gonna back up the truck to Hugh.
This guy?
Hell no.
Yeah.
That's him.
They're gonna back up the truck
Trust
for
me.
Hugh and
Trust me,
make
Jules.
him and see if he wants to do it, because he'd be the perfect age still, because Logan.
Oh, right.
doesn't
Now
age.
I see it.
Yeah.
Wow, they're really going for it. I remember when Jim Lee used to draw Wolverine, right? You could tell that he was using young Clint Eastwood from Coogan's Bluff. You could tell that he was using Clint Eastwood as like I don't know what to call it, sort of like a muse. If you look at those old drawings of Wolverine with Jim Lee used to draw, right? Like when he's on his Western shit or whatever, you could tell that Clint Eastwood was the inspiration. And right here, he looks like Clint Eastwood. Looks like Clint Eastwood from Coogan's Bluff. So now I can see it.
Has anybody watched The Offer?
Say it
No.
again?
Have you guys watched The Offer on Amazon?
No, I didn't see that.
That's a fucking good show. That's how they made The Godfather.
Oh, right. Yeah, it's supposed to. Yeah. It's supposed to be
That's a
about
really good show.
what led to the movie. Yeah. Willie Lynch says, just be warned. If you do watch The Boys, do not watch Hero-gasm when anybody is around. That was some of the most messed up stuff I've ever seen on screen.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Hero-gasm.
Yeah.
Jules, it was an episode.
Exactly what it
was an
sounds
episode
like, Jules. That's what it was.
It was an
Don't tell me
episode
it's
in the third season.
superheroes fucking each other.
No. It was an episode in the third season, but like, but Jules, Willie's not lying. It's like if you watch this show, The Boys, I'm telling you now, it's like it's gonna be some sick shit. Like it's insane. Like you might want to stop watching it after like a few episodes.
Bro. I don't even want to know what the fuck that shit means, bro.
It means exactly what you think it means, Jules.
Now I'm gonna go watch that episode. I'm gonna jump this whole series and watch that episode.
Ooh, yo, I gotta say
is
this. I got Dog Bay winning this fight, man. He just seems more consistent to me.
He's boxing his ass off.
I want to ask something.
What's up, Leo?
Do you think Venom is the worst movie of the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Which film?
I think this is the stupidest movie of Marvel I ever seen.
As opposed to what? Wait, Leo. As opposed, because I haven't seen Morbius, and I heard that that's actually pretty fucking bad.
Morbius is trash.
Awful, garbage.
So is it worse than Venom?
Yes.
No. Yes, much worse than
I'd
Venom.
say so.
Yes.
Venom's
What Venom are you talking
film.
about? The one with Woody Harrelson or the first one?
The first one.
The first one, yeah.
Yeah, no, Venom's all right. It's nothing special, but it's all right.
Yeah, it's nothing special, but it's good escapism. It's not. I'm not looking for Oscar-worthy performances from a comic book movie.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I never gave Venom a chance. I never either film, because if you try to tell a Venom story without Spider-Man, it's not a story worth telling. The story of Venom and Spider-Man is dope to me. It always has been, because of how they set it up. And Eddie Brock hating Spider-Man going through all the bullshit it was beautiful, that whole setup. And if you don't have that and you don't tell it right, I don't want to know, bro. Don't just tell me some shit about a guy who finds some goo and now he has powers. That's not a story worth telling.
They didn't tell him right.
They didn't.
No.
Yeah.
I never gave that movie a chance. My son liked it. I think my son and my daughter liked it, but I made a decision early on. bro, you can't tell Venom without Peter Parker, bro. It's not even a story worth telling if the revenge element isn't part of the story. Otherwise, what are we talking about?
I mean, when it was first announced, I was wondering, like, how are they actually even going to do this? How's this going to work?
And then
You know,
that series, the Carnage series, in the Spider-Man, I grew up in that era. And that the Carnage series, you know, him going to all these different cities, New York, Chicago, San Francisco. He killed the girl from Cloak and Dagger, like he's killing motherfuckers, right? One of the dopest things about that is for years, you watched Spider-Man and Venom war with each other. And the dope part was when they got together to beat this guy, and you took all of that out of it. You just made it about Venom. That's not the story, bro. And then what was dope after that is after the Carnage saga was over in the comic books, that's when they made the decision to make Venom a hero because he helped Spider-Man with all the bullshit with Carnage and all of that. You just fast forwarded past all of that to where Venom is already a hero. Like, nah, fam, you can't do that, bro. Then why tell the story?
Hey, Julius, about that, I got a question. Did you ever see Cloak and Dagger?
No, didn't watch it.
Okay, for sure. I mean, but also, like, Leo, like, I don't know if y'all knew this, but Venom isn't actually part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This is actually a Sony Spider-Man universe. And like that, like Venom is part of it, Morbius is part of it. Then they got a couple films, Kraven the Hunter and Madam Web coming. That's a part of it as well. And it's like with Morbius, it's like if you watch it, I mean, Drew probably knows one. I mean, everybody who's seen it knows, like the post-credit scene made no sense at all. Like I just didn't get it.
Just tell me what it is because there's a high probability I don't watch that movie.
Okay. So what happened is this. So as a result of Doctor Strange's spell that he cast in Spider-Man, there's like a side effect that transports Michael Keaton's character, the Vulture, to pretty much Morbius or to that Spider-Man universe. Then like he teams up with Morbius to like form a team because he thinks they're like I'm like, wait a minute, but Spider-Man is not in this universe. So like, how the hell is that going to work? You know what I mean?
Let me understand this. Let me understand this, Jay. This Morbius film takes place in a universe that's not Tom Holland's universe, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes. But Eddie Brock exists in that universe too. Like Venom is around in that universe as well. So yeah, that's why that's pretty much
that is weird, man.
Yeah. And as a result of that spell, that's like the make people forget that Peter Parker Spider-Man, it brings the Vulture from the MCU into his somehow, which I didn't. It just didn't make any sense. I didn't get it. You know what I mean?
AJ, no, the reason it doesn't make sense is because again, it's one of those films that's been hacked to shit. If you look at the trailer, the initial trailer of it, they've got Spider-Man posters like in the trailer, so it tells you that there's somewhere in that universe is a Spider-Man.
Okay.
So it's not necessarily he's talking about like his universe is Peter Parker Vulture. He's like, well, I know Spider-Man's here.
Oh yeah, right. I remember that.
So I know why you're confused as fuck because most people would be. Like I said, it's been hacked up. It's another film that just wasn't treated properly. As shit as it is, I can tell if they made it worse by not editing it correctly or chopping out a bunch of stuff that probably would have made it make more sense.
I think it was supposed to be Tobey Maguire Spider-Man who's in that universe.
You think so?
That was a rumor. Like the poster in the Morbius movie, that's like Sam Raimi's Spider-Man.
I mean, what's messed up is like they take the longest time to release it due to the pandemic, which is unfortunate. I'm like, after all this time, they better the movie better be good, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. Doing Morbius of all characters as a standalone character in a film, it seemed like a bad idea. And I'm gonna be real with you also. Jared Leto is fucking overrated, and I've always hated him. When he got the shit beat out of him in Fight Club, that was one of the most satisfying scenes I've ever seen. Like, why is everybody so high on this guy? Requiem for a Dream was fucking depressing. I'm like, what was so good about that they use heroin?
Jules, what'd you think of him as the Joker in Suicide Squad?
Cholo Joker.
Good. He was good in House of Gucci.
I didn't see House of Gucci. I just know that I'm not big on Jared Leto, and nothing's going to change that. Nothing.
I'll be back in a sec, guys.
God, he sucks, bro. But
Drew, to piggyback off of something you said earlier, remember how you said Dr. Doom should be like the next multiversal like cross villain like Thanos? It's actually Did you finish Loki, Jules, or no?
I almost finished it. Almost.
Okay. You need to finish for one reason only, because at the last episode, the next villain is introduced. The next big
Isn't it Kang?
It's Kang. Yeah, Kang
Well,
shows up.
that remains.
Kang shows up at the end of that episode. Like at the end of the last episode of Loki. That's why you need to see it. I mean, just to get a glimpse of it.
Yeah, I'll go back and
I
finish
just like
the last
I like Doom because in one of the comic books he fucking snatches Thanos' fucking spine out of his fucking body.
Yeah, but Doom ain't that guy, bro. You know that.
Doom's always been that guy, though.
No, Doom ain't that. I'm saying that Doom is a guy in a suit on Earth. Let's cut the shit. Let's
Rapping,
stop.
yeah.
All right, let's
Samples.
let that. I know that it happened in the comic, but he's a guy who has to get some shit to be able to fucking do that.
Yeah,
all right.
it's a guy. It's like the antithesis of Batman. He's a
Yeah.
guy that has a lot of money, has a private island, and he do some shit.
Yeah, thank you. You know, he's like the guy from Enter the Dragon, but in an iron suit. You know, remember the guy in Enter the Dragon that he had his own island? There's broads everywhere. They got titties, long legs, and he makes fights. That's a Doom, bro. Just in an iron suit with a cape.
But guys, but Kang is the next big baddie comparable to Thanos.
No, I like that. Kang is the next existential crisis villain. I like that. That.
And Jules, if you finish Loki, that they show him, and it's like this dude is fucking crazy, bro. It's like the actor who played him, Jonathan Majors, he did a good job, and it's like he's actually playing the villain in Creed 3 as well. I think about Adonis's next adversary. It ain't Deontay Wilder, so.
I would have liked to have seen Deontay Wilder in that shit, man. I would have.
It would have been nice.
Peter Parker is a mainstay. We've seen Miles Morales. So when are we going to see the original Latino Spider-Man, Miguel O'Hara, hit the mainstream? Now, I'm going to be honest about something, right? I'm Hispanic, so nobody can accuse me of being anything. There's only one Spider-Man, Peter Parker.
Hello.
All right.
But you know what, Jules? It's funny, like to add on that. I was just thinking about this, y'all, the other day. The perfect Miles Morales in my mind would be, and I don't care what anybody says.
Shakur Stevenson.
Shakur Stevenson. There you go.
Honest to God, like if you're gonna do it, like I accepted. Don't get me wrong. I accepted Miles Morales as a part of the Spider-Man continuum because he's been around a long time now. So you kind of have, he grew on me over time, and I get it. But my thing is that, look, create new characters. Stop tweaking the old ones. Create new characters, all right? Wolverine wasn't always there. Somebody made him. Storm wasn't always there. Somebody made her. Be fucking original. Create new characters. And stop tweaking the old ones. A long time ago, I'm going to tell you something. I'm a diehard Superman fan, right? And they did some shit that aggravated the shit out of me. They gave him this blue fucking lightning suit. He was made like out of electricity. If you look this up, there was a period where he wasn't like the way that we know him. He was like a being of energy. It was the stupidest fucking thing. Like, why are you doing this? Who asked for this? Superman fans don't want this. And I hate when writers do that to characters that are fixtures. Stop tweaking them, leave them the fuck alone, and just come up with some good stories, okay? Because what you're missing is stories. You need new stories. Make new stories. Stop fucking with the character.
By the way, Jules, a couple things. Like, did you see the Zack Snyder Justice League cut?
Yes, I loved it.
Okay, great. And so did I. And honestly, I got pissed off when, like, comparing it to they cut out so much good shit from that movie that they could have put in that would have made it so much better. I mean, in my opinion, Cyborg and the Flash were the MVPs of the movie. I don't care what anybody said.
But I'm also gonna say this. They tried for me, just because I watched the 4-hour version of Lord of the Rings. I'm that guy. Like I watched the whole thing, and to me, I would have been happy with Justice League being 2 movies because to me
they could have split it in 2 films. They really could have.
I think it should have been 2 movies. There was enough there that you need a big build up for this. You need one movie needs to end on a somber note. I know that Batman versus Superman ended on a somber. I get that. But I felt like, you know what? The first movie can end with Superman waking up and being a bad guy. And the second movie can be the big, what the fuck are we going to do now?
Exactly, yeah. Then Superman comes to the rescue at the end.
Yeah. Because when I'm going to say this from a writing perspective and stories. Right? I like Marvel, don't get me wrong. But I've always been a DC guy. Those are icons, bro. Batman is a fucking icon, bro.
Superman?
He's a fucking icon. You know, Wonder fucking and I love Marvel, but their writing is more straightforward. You know, Iron Man is looking for redemption for the sins of his company that sold arms, and that's what he's doing. You know, that's essentially the story. The X-Men are fighting for equal rights. You know, the story. The Avengers, you know, it's kind of all, we're the greatest here. You know, it's kind of self-explanatory. Whereas in DC, the writing is just a little bit more sophisticated. It's like it's a little bit more complex. So like Batman, how do we know that you're not the reason all these loonies have decided to don costumes and terrorize the city? They look at you and they see a green light to do this, you know? So in some, if you think about it, like,
yeah, but Batman's
Yeah,
the
they're like
only one
modern
who's got
mythology.
any
They're like
conflict,
modern
right?
mythology.
By the way, did y'all know they already kind of introduced Miles Morales into the MCU, and I'll explain why. Do y'all remember in Spider-Man: Homecoming, the very first one, right? When he was interrogating Donald Glover in the parking garage, and he talked to him, and
That's
he's
his
talking
uncle.
about, like, and he said that, like, he said, I don't want those weapons. I mean, I got a nephew to live here. Guess who that nephew was?
oh yeah, Miles Morales.
Yeah. Not a lot of people know that. Yeah.
No, the true heads, we all clocked it. Don't worry.
Which y'all?
Let's see who's gonna get this.
Did he get? I think he might have got the nod.
Honestly, he was more consistent for me, and I'm a little bit surprised how well he did because he was really consistent. Combination punches, moving. He got overwhelmed in some, not overwhelmed, I'll say, overpowered in some rounds, but I don't know, man. I don't see a guy that lost. I'm gonna be real. Good fight though. Good fight.
Good scrap.
I really thought it was over for Dogbo after those two Navarrete fights. You got to get a man credit.
You do.
You got to give him credit. Like I really like. I'm like, bro, how are you gonna come back from two asses?
Split decision. Oh snaps! I thought he edged it. He did enough. So
did they read the decision already on your end? Because I got my volume down.
They did, yeah. Split decision.
Dogbe?
Dogbe, he got it.
Good enough. Good enough.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. I'm satisfied.
I'm cool with that because he was more consistent. That's what I saw. That he was more consistent. Like, and he boxed well.
Joe just didn't throw enough. His activity was.
That's the shit. That's the shit. And Dogbe was throwing combinations. The punches were clean and clear. His feet were good. Yeah. I'm cool with it.
Damn, Joette. Now what, man? Come on. Where's he go?
Hey, man. Yo, that chick Oz is wild. Why she look like that? The tall one in the ring.
I'll have to check it in the morning. I wasn't watching it live.
She comes on the who does cocaine sales? You seen that dude with the tall hair? Motherfucker look like he moved all the coke in this hemisphere.
Dogbo look like a mini bodybuilder. He really do.
Yeah.
Don't he?
Good fighter though. Good fighter, man. Good fighter. Let me see
if
you spot this broad. See if you could spot this. Yeah, there she is. Let me see. Yeah, they're not gonna show her. She look like she drunk 30 fucking cups of coffee. So Dogbe versus Ray Vargas.
That'd be a good one.
I like that. I like that.
I
got Vargas.
You got Vargas in that?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Vargas doesn't take a great punch, bro.
Look, I never understood the Ray Vargas slander. He's a good boxer.
No, he's a good boxer, but it was never, his boxing was never in question. His entertainment value was what was in question. He was never a bad boxer.
Okay, he doesn't have a great punch, but you cannot tell me that Ray Vargas doesn't throw punches and bunches.
Yeah, he does. At least he did with Mixayo. The indictment against Ray Vargas is that he's boring.
But I don't. I get it, but I don't get it because he doesn't get all those guys out, but he wins consistently. And maybe in sometimes people get underwhelmed because they see Ray Vargas against a guy that they never knew and say, "Oh, Ray Vargas is not that good," but he gets the job done.
Yeah, that guy look like he sells all the fucking cocaine, bro. See that guy?
And the
That
girl
guy.
snorted it.
He's scouting out people who want to hit.
Yo. Oh shit, let me read the super chat. Dr. Doom is top tier. He stole the Silver Surfer's power twice and the Beyonder's power and took on every major character in comics and inspired Vader. Look, man.
But Jules, I'll say this though, right quick. Just I won't give it away. Like when you watch Doctor Strange, the Multiverse of Madness, there's a fan service moment that like will make you geek out. I'm sure y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was too fan servicey. I thought it was a little tacky, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, because of what happened after that.
Well, not just that, but just them in general. Like, it didn't really serve the plot. Like, in my opinion.
Yeah, it was close, but still, it was enjoyable though.
I feel like that's another film that probably was edited a bit too heavily in the cutting room.
Yeah, I can see that because it's almost like a whole different movie starts when that happens.
Yeah. All right, guys. Look, it's been a great panel, but it's 4:30 over here, so I'm gonna jump off.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking go to sleep. I'm fucking old. It's only 11:33. Thank you, Top Rank, for not keeping me up past midnight. Shit. Gentlemen, catch you on the next live.
Always a pleasure.
All right.
Nos vemos.